the back of my laptop is actually Sauce Plus instead of Scrabble Wars listing. So I'm like, man, sorry, entire team. I kind of screwed everyone over this season. But watching some of your team stuff was cool. And that wheel and dealing for the TV was awesome.
McBain, run the numbers. I never went negative money last season. That didn't happen.
I thought you went credit card.
No.
You went over budget credit card.
No, I didn't go over budget. I had to use money off my credit card because I left the cash somewhere. I wasn't negative budget. I was never out of money.
You did.
I just had to move it around creatively because it wasn't in the same physical place that I was.
Yes,
No.
I am leader Yorick of the
If
technologies.
anything, I have been on my best behavior the last couple of seasons.
I will
The
say
universe
much
gives with
better
both
than in the
hands
past.
sometimes.
Now it's
Hey,
our
look.
turn.
Hey, look.
Rather you didn't forget me.
I have always.
Look at us. We are the cheaters now.
Where did we learn it, Mom?
I've always followed rules. It's just that we used to have much more ill-defined rules,
That
so
other
they were
stuff I could live
easier
without,
to more
but the vending
egregiously
machines?
skirt.
I draw the line.
Whereas now we actually, for better or
can I
for
help?
worse, we have pretty
Start with the
well-defined
power.
rule sets.
Use those
So I
sinuous
have
legs of
to,
yours to find the
I have
core
to be
electrical relay.
more creative in my.
I think what we learned this season
Interpretation.
is the rules around the PC being required should probably be more explicit.
And those
Because
were intentionally vague. And
They were.
Linus and kind
one
of
season,
we
I
were
think
talking
that's
about
fine.
racing stuff on the live stream. Like F1 is basically that rule book's like 3,000 pages long,
Yeah.
and people still are trying to find ways to do what Linus did with a computer, which is like part of sport.
That's part of sport. Exactly.
And it was left vague for Linus to do that.
few
And you can
Yeah.
do
Take
that
care of
one
these
time,
bad
and
boys.
that's good. I don't want to be encouraged to try a shadow solution again. But it was neat to try one time. I'm just sad that we weren't going to win. You guys won. I'm not trying to argue that. But if Shadow worked,
And my trophy's super cool this year.
if Shadow worked, I think it would have been a lot cooler.
I didn't even
of
know
an
It
idea.
would have been closer.
Didn't even know we were going to get trophies.
Oh, I didn't know we were
'Cause,
going
like-
to get trophies. They were a surprise to me, too.
Because, like, the projector was not configured, and the speakers lost their configuration. Someone,
Yeah.
this is
No,
not
no,
why
no,
we
no.
lost.
You messed us up too. So when I was testing on my laptop, I was getting 5.1, 6.1. The little PC wasn't able to
I had a
output.
spare little PC. Maybe you should have
Dude, aren't
tried
you
with
the
Yeah,
chief
in
here?
the
Shouldn't
10
you be
minutes that I
handling
had to
that?
test everything.
I hate it when
because
mom and dad fight.
he's busy trying to mount the projector.
Yeah,
with all his five-
this is your conversation.
Yeah, get out of here, Linus.
Everybody,
We never
messed
fought
up.
before you were born!
It's your fault.
Ultimately, I was captain of the ship. I should have done a better job. It lands on me.
Why
But
do I feel
Oh, you
I,
don't have to fall on that sword.
no, I think I do.
I mean, I'm the one that
did
didn't
not do very
execute
well
on
this season.
literally anything.
I'm just going to say my team's teamwork was immaculate.
You guys
we were
killed
like,
it.
No
we were
comment.
dialed.
No comment.
We were dialed.
I had
I,
definitely my roughest season, and you guys just killed it the whole time.
My
Yeah, that was
entire
incredible.
team, my entire team MVP. Like Pancraz was awesome. Sebastian was awesome. Natalie
Dude, we
was
had
awesome.
some really fantastic
thanks.
team moments too. The fact that we got a room
Oh, dude.
is crazy.
Yes.
Like the push through at the end was wild. Dan just like melting plastic knives into the roof. Crazy.
I was not
Any
particularly
ideas
happy that I had to do
percolating
that
about that
for the
but,
rep
but,
crew.
it worked.
I mean, country girls make do, right?
My God, I don't know if everyone's gonna get that reference.
You got to get there. You got to get there somewhere.
Okay.
Like we're not
Water's
going to
flowing.
lose, or we're not going to.
We're not gonna
DNF.
not show.
We're not
Yeah.
going to. Yeah, we're going to show up for the game, right?
Because after like yeah, there was a moment where I was thrown a crazy curveball where I was informed that my little mini PC idea would not work, and then I lost hours to realizing, oh no, my idea was actually fine. The mini PC would work, and then I lost a lot of time with that, and then I lost at least
He went
half a
out
day
for
to
revenge
that,
on
which
Chalice.
probably wouldn't have lost that much if I was awake. And then I lost an enormous amount of time, like almost all the rest of my time trying to figure out Shadow or driving. That was like all the rest of it. So I was not very. useful. To
Angry
the team.
Panda PC in Float Plane Chat says, "Hey, Luke, at least you had a very entertaining team."
I think so.
You did have that. You guys were very entertaining to watch.
If I tried to detach myself and watch as if I wasn't in the show, I thought our team was very, Dan specifically was very, very entertaining.
Roman asks, "Who threw harder, Luke throwing the game or Dan throwing the projector?"
Oh, but he caught it.
Dan dropping that projector.
That was crazy.
That was like one of the craziest Scrapyard Wars moments ever.
If I remember correctly,
Like, he was holding half of your team's entire budget and just,
Not only was I holding half of the budget, I also fell over the rest of the audio system, including the AV receiver and literally everything else.
Yeah.
So in one tiny little move, I could have destroyed all of our equipment. And I thought it was going to fall through the wall because it's like paper thin. But no, it seemed okay. I crushed it against the wall with my hand, and that broke its fall. So good.
I remember you told me
Bled
like a
for our
little
room.
bit about it, and then
I was not going to tell you anything about it.
yeah, I think you told me that you bled, but that I'd have to watch it in the edit. And then watching the edit, the whole time I was just like, oh my god, that was amazing.
I think people didn't, because we were talking in Canadian dollars, I think people didn't fully understand how good my TV deal was, by the way. This is what I paid
Dude,
for
your
a 70...
PlayStation deal was insane.
That was a great deal.
The PlayStation deal and the TV deal were crazy.
So that was another thing that people didn't fully appreciate was my price on the PlayStation. They were like, "Why is Linus so excited about this price?" Because I paid Canadian freaking dollars.
Put $400 in there.
Because what's communicated to the audience at the beginning of the episode, I think, is that we have $1,400 or whatever.
Yes.
But then the whole time we're actually talking,
In CAD,
we're talking about
$2,000.
$2,000.
So
it's a little
sorry, how much did I
confusing
pay
as
for the
a viewer.
PlayStation again? Was it
You said
$400?
$400, yeah.
CAD TUSD. So I paid $288 US dollars for a PlayStation 5,
When I saw that in the episode, I was like, that's just
2 DualSenses,
I hear 460.
and I got
even 460.
460. Oh,
Crazy.
sorry. Okay, let's fix it. I paid 460.
460
Still,
with the 3 games
okay,
though.
And
I
2
paid-
controllers.
I paid $332 for a PS5, 2 DualSenses, and 3 games. One of the games I sold for like $20, I think, $15 or $20. So I actually paid like $320 US for a PS5 and 2 DualSenses.
I don't know how Zane got across.
And then for the
Rippers have
TV,
definitely messed with it.
I paid $396 US dollars for a 75-inch TV with a free like $200 MSRP, so 150 US dollar soundbar that I sold for 100 Canadian dollars. So I paid like $320 for
when
a
I think-
75-inch TV.
First of all, Pankrat's watching right now. I had no idea you were the guy at the shipping can from last. I had no idea that was him. That was nuts.
I didn't know that until he told me.
No one told me until I was just watching the episode. And I was like, wait, what? And then obviously it was like obvious when watching the episode again.
So David Pankratz from my team this year is the guy who gave Luke his free PC last year.
I didn't use any of it, but
Well, whatever.
so that was nuts. And then when he was like selling the soundbar, and the guy offered $100 or whatever, and then I think he tried contacting you to like see if it was cool or not. I was like, oh my god, just take it! I was worried he was gonna not get the
Let's
deal.
hope this does something.
And then,
We got an offer on it really fast.
Oh,
People
yeah.
were like, because it was brand new in box, right?
That's always my
They don't care if
concern
it's hot.
with trying to resell. Is if it doesn't work out, you can be kind of screwed. But that
Okay, it's a
TV was
start, at
probably
least.
worth buying
Well,
anyway.
No.
last
For the other
season
half.
we ran into trouble where we used far more than what we had budgeted for the PC, and we had like 2 full computers worth of stuff, and people were like grinding me on the price, trying to get me to bundle basically all of it for like, well, realistically, it was about what I paid anyway, so I wasn't going to lose money. But I was stressed because I was like, I wanted to get rid of it for like a decent price. I wish we'd sold you the CPU last
Well,
year
shit.
when you
Plan B
guys
time.
wanted to buy it, and we thought you were just messing with us.
Oh,
That would have been so funny.
That would've been funny.
That would have been a first for Scrapyard Wars, is one team actually
Buying
buying an
from
item
another
from the
team?
other team. Yeah. I hope it happens someday.
That
I'm
would
not
be
going to
really
force
funny.
it.
No,
But I hope it happens organically
that
someday.
would be very funny.
Oh man.
Anyway, if you want to see us talk about this for 7 hours
Oh
straight,
yeah, right. We should move on.
Check out the Floatplane episode.
Floatplane episode.
Also, there's another Floatplane exclusive this week. Luke and Sammy visit Aoife. That is quite the thumbnail.
We did that on purpose.
After all this
Okay.
time, why would the signal suddenly appear?
Yeah, well, people like
I
this.
was talking about, heck yeah. I was talking about how, with Sammy, I was talking about how thumbnails with mouth open get less views.
Really?
And then he was like, it's Floatplane, let's just send it. I was like, okay, sure.
Interesting. Is there a correct amount of mouth open? Or?
This is apparently a Mr. Beast thing. So if you look at like, let's see here. If you look at his stuff lately, yeah. So like if his mouth is open, his teeth are clenched. Like he doesn't have mouth gape.
Yeah. Interesting.
No mouth gape. None. There's a little bit right there.
Little one, tiny.
And there's technically a little one right here.
Yeah, okay.
But only like very, very minor. None of the like, oh, that we're used to from back in the day.
Right, yeah.
And that's been going on for quite a while now. Yeah, and yeah, they released a thing a while ago saying they did a bunch of A/B testing of like the exact same thumbnail,
but just
one of them had some mouth gape and one of them didn't, and the one without mouth gape always performed a little bit better.
Interesting.
Yeah. I don't know, there's differences with different audiences and stuff.
100%.
Like, I don't know that that's gonna work for whatever different YouTube channel, but yeah.
All right, why don't we jump into whatever
Someone
we're
said
supposed
Jimmy
to do.
showing off those new veneers. As far as my understanding goes, those are photoshopped. There's some weird, I watched a thing on it, there's a weird, they do it in video sometimes too, and he'll like turn in a way and it'll like turn off and you can see his normal teeth and then he'll turn back and they like clip back in. Odd.
Really?
Odd choice, yeah.
Oh. Really?
Apparently it wasn't Photoshop, he has new fake teeth. Ooh.
What are you doing here?
Crazy.
Don't veneers like ruin your natural teeth though?
I have no idea, dude.
I thought they did. I thought they have to like shave down part of your teeth in order to apply them or something. That always seemed like an odd choice to me. And this is even coming from someone who has like done face treatments and whatever, right? Like I've done Morpheus 8, I've done microneedling.
Levine, I found Clint.
Yes, your
Zane dragged
actual
him along.
teeth are
Turns
just
out
little
ponds
spikes.
around
You've
the
got to be
scrapyard
kidding
are
me.
being blocked
Crazy.
somehow.
They're covers more than like gluing plastic to the front of them.
You have to permanently have them? Shut up.
Damn.
I have heard about
Ponds really
regrowing
are on
teeth
the
though. They're
fritz.
working on, I think it's a drug treatment, right? Where they can like stimulate teeth regrowth or something. Huh. It's just better protecting the crowns do the same thing, but basically just artificial protecting the natural part. But can't you have issues where like the real teeth
Shut tight.
under it are like impossible
No
to
harm in
clean and
knocking, I
therefore they
guess.
can like decay or something? I don't know. I haven't looked into veneers a ton.
Yeah, so they did use AI to edit his teeth for a while.
What do rippers like?
Um,
Spines! Lots
but
of them!
apparently,
Hold on. Okay, where? Oh, but
because I had seen stuff like this before. So you see, like here, it's just a flat line, and then he actually has like shape to his teeth.
right. As people do.
I had seen someone make like there's a whole video with like a lot more
my God.
Of being a dumb
detail
ripper.
on
Yeah,
it.
I
me
can't
check
imagine
again.
caring that much about
What?
Jimmy's teeth,
Can
but
you hear
sure.
me?
Oh no, I thought it was
The front
interesting,
gate's
like
sealed, but
the lengths they
have
would
the
go to, and the
password at
fact that they
ripper
went to
camps
those lengths, but then
nearby. I'll check it
also
out.
left
Meet me at the side
examples
gate,
of it like
okay?
clipping back to real blah 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 blah. But yeah, I guess he has veneers now. I don't know.
Dude, if I had major dental issues, I think I would just go straight to like solid white gold teeth.
Yeah, why do they have to be separate? Can't they just be like one?
Gate.
Well, no, individual
Like
solid white
one
gold teeth.
Forget it. I'll try not
I
to
think I
get
would go.
that
I think I'd go straight for just the implants.
Dan just wants like a
Like you ever you get the mouth guard?
blade.
Just give me a giant gold blade.
Jim Carrey's The Mask look.
Yeah, there you go. Horrifying.
What are we on right now?
Sponsors.
Okay, the show is brought to you by Squarespace. Sometimes trying to get creative can feel like a never-ending roundabout, always progressing, but with no end in sight. Don't let that be the case with your website. Use Squarespace instead. Start from scratch with their blueprints, professionally curated templates that give you the inspiration to get building. Then, customize to your heart's desire with their Fluid Engine editor, which uses intuitive drag-and-drop elements instead of relying on cumbersome coding and outdated tools. If you ever get stuck, their AI assistant can guide you through the next steps in just a few prompts, and after you've got all that sorted, you can tap into their other tools like Squarespace Payments, which allows prospective customers to buy your product or service directly on the site. Go to squarespace.com/WAN to see for yourself how easy it is to build your own website and save 10% using our code WAN. The show is also brought to you by Delta Hub. It says, Luke, tell the story about the magnificent pizza you and Sammy had in Berlin. I have no context for this.
So
Wait,
the only
what the
go
hell
away.
is happening?
Stop it.
I'm trying to put it on Luke cam. Okay, there we go. Oh,
Wait, what? What are your notes for this?
okay. Well, Luke, tell the story of the magnificent pizza you had in Berlin. I will not.
What are Dylan's notes? I didn't know there was anything prepped.
They never tell me anything.
Okay, well, a long time ago, I've been to Germany either 2 or 3 times. Was it 2 separate trips for Sennheiser and Carrie? It was one trip. So I've been to Germany twice then. And one time I did some adventuring with Brandon afterwards, the last time I was there.
Yep.
And we went to specifically one place that had pizza, and only one place that had pizza, and we ordered a margarita pizza, and it was the best pizza I've ever had.
Nice.
So when I was going around doing random stuff with Sammy this time, I was telling him all about the pizza and how good it was, and I was saying he should get one. We ordered a margarita pizza, and do you have a photo of it? Is that what you have?
No.
Then what's prepped?
The shot calls. Like regular cam. There's no Luke cam call in this.
Oh, okay, sure.
And now there's no music.
Anyways, when I think of margarita pizza, this is what I think of, which is what comes up when you search margarita pizza in Google Images.
That's a margarita pizza.
You get a pizza.
Disappointingly, there is no alcoholic slushy beverage.
I mean, sure. It says pizza in it.
I mean, yeah, sure.
Margarita pizza.
I mean,
I'm sure
be
you
like
can make an AI image of that.
lime and tequila.
But you see, like this is kind of the quintessential one that I think of.
Sure. Yep.
You have
Got a couple
you can usually see the
leaves
sauce
in there.
between the mozzarella slices. You've got basil, like a pretty substantial amount of basil.
Get that leaf.
Cool. We got a pizza that looked a lot more like this. Except just no green at all.
Disappoint.
It was just what I would call, as a North American, a cheese pizza.
Yes.
That's it. I thought we got pizza scammed because they had a photo that looked almost exactly like this on, I think that's an AI photo, but they had a photo that looked almost exactly like that on their menu. We ordered a margarita pizza.
Are you going somewhere with this?
No,
So
I
you had
don't know why this is part of the
So you
announcement.
had bad food.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
We then asked Flowplane, and apparently this is a margarita pizza.
Yeah, it is.
That sucks. I hate
Yeah,
that that's true.
they both are. It basically just means cheese pizza, but like,
That's ridiculous.
the fancier ones are just like nicer cheese pizza.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, I've had margarita pizza that is that, and I don't order margarita pizza anymore because every time I order it, it is deeply disappointing.
So speaking of that, I guess.
Oh. You know what's also disappointing? Wrist pain. Improper wrist support during your 9 to 5 could lead to repetitive strain injuries, putting you out of commission. Delta Hub's Carpio wrist rest aims to address that, but with a twist. It can glide with your hand as it moves around your desk, which is great for transitioning from mouse to keyboard and for gamers who play with lower sensitivity. A bunch of folks here at LMG use them, so it was a natural fit to collaborate and to bring you an exclusive LTT edition of the Carpio. Click our link in the description today to pick up one for your mousing hand or a right-left bundle for a discounted price. So we were just supposed to talk until someone said the word disappointing.
I have no idea.
No, you will answer for this.
I don't think it was Dan's plan.
Regular Cam. Luke, tell story about the magnificent pizza.
No, yeah.
You and Sammy. Linus Cam. You know what's also disappointing? Wrist pain.
So I was
Video
without
insert number
anybody telling me
21,
that,
3
I was
injury.
supposed to just.
You got it. You nailed it.
I mean, I'm not good.
I
man.
was trying to get us there, and then you just.
This is also the first time I've seen use of the wide cam in a shot call.
True. Cool.
Okay.
Anyways, it pisses me off that those are both margarita pizzas. I think that is stupid.
Yeah.
And I think people need to get their act together and
Yeah.
figure that out. Because that is absurd.
You know what else is stupid? Google's Android shenanigans. And they've been
Yeah.
officially called out by a Graphene OS developer on the official Graphene OS Twitter account for recent moves that make Graphene OS less secure.
Looks like your menu's added. Now
It's
what
a
you got for
strange
me?
time to talk about Android protecting users. Android recently changed the security update system in a way which massively downgrades security and puts users at risk. Commercial exploit companies and governments can easily obtain access to broadly distributed partner previews. Adding 4-month delays for patches is atrocious. Also in June, you claimed AOSP wasn't going anywhere. You then proceeded to not release the July or August monthly updates to AOSP, followed by not releasing the September quarterly update. You officially communicated to the media and said AOSP releases were continuing, followed by 3 months of not publishing releases to it. Why should people believe what you say about
Nice.
side
I've
loading?
got half of the password. Just need the rest.
Well said. Well said, Graphene OS. Thank
Yeah.
you very much for that. Google, get it together, please. Because I actually do want Apple to have competition. I think it's good for them. Intel, speaking of things that happen when you don't have enough competition, they just love 14 nanometer so much that they launched yet another 14 nanometer
This is
chip
nuts.
this week. The source here is Tom's Hardware, who is reporting on Intel's new 14 nanometer, and I kid you not, plus desktop CPU that it turns out is just a 10th gen CPU from, is it 4 years ago? The Core i5-110 appears, as far as anybody can tell, to be literally a Core i5-10400 from 2020. So, sorry, excuse me, 5 years ago. Here's a comparison page of the two CPUs from Intel directly. So we're going to start at the bottom, okay, just for funsies. VTX with extended page tables, yes, yes. Virtualization technology for directed I/O, yes, yes. Virtualization technology, yes, yes. Intel Stable IT Platform Program, no. Oh, also no. I'm not going to read all of these, so we're just going to go through and see if there's any differences that Intel can identify between these two chips. Any at all, Intel. Waiting for it. No, no, yes, yes. Package size, identical. T-junction, identical. LGA 1200, brother. You are launching a CPU on a 2 platforms ago socket. Are you kidding me right now? And it's not like when AMD launches a new AM4 chip and we're like, hey, bro, move. Because there's a lot of AM4, users out there who are running legitimately like much older chips that might need an upgrade now. This is like, you only supported this for a couple real generations and then some like weird refreshes.
Some fake-o ones.
So people who have this like already have a 10th gen CPU. This isn't an upgrade to any of that. Okay, scalability, 1S only. 1S. That means the same thing.
Yeah, so far as I can tell, the differences are actually
Oh
just
my
the same.
God.
They're just written different.
The device ID is the same. Do we need to keep going? Let's keep going. Quick sync, OpenGL support. Yeah, that's all the same. That's all the same. Oh! 1.10 versus 1.1 gigahertz.
Data entry is really fun.
It's DDR4. They're launching a DDR4 CPU today. What? Why call it a new CPU? Literally, the only difference is the launch date
Drop some.
These are all just zeros.
Making a stylish entrance at the exit.
and the name. You didn't even fucking discount it. Now, to be clear, the fact that they are the same price on Intel.com/content, which used to be called Arc and used to have a cool brand and was way cooler.
Way cooler.
Another step closer.
Just because it says $200 on Arc does not mean that Intel expects anybody to pay $200 for these. What is realistically probably happening is these are for developing markets where there's still a good volume of like old socket, old chipset motherboards, and they can kind of dump them into markets that are, for example, that have extremely high taxes in the form of tariffs on imports, for instance. And so it's just at a high price to make sure that nobody outside of those markets is going to be caring about this and clamoring for them. But like, can we just stop with the deceptive branding? This is not a new product. It doesn't need a new name. Just sell cheap 10400s. I don't get it.
I don't understand
I
what
do get it. I just hate it.
What is it then? What does the product launch help with?
The product launch helps make it look new
Me,
to people who don't know.
Sure.
And to people who won't do this comparison.
I'm all good
So
to
someone
get in.
who, like,
Are you
think
at
about
that
the way
side
that.
gate?
Okay, I'm gonna have to come up with an example. I was gonna say
Stupid
blender, but you would
Jim
research the crap out of a blender. So, think about the way that you would
Good
buy.
luck finding an example.
You don't buy anything. Think
And if I
about,
do, I research the crap out of it.
think about the way that Emma would buy a knife.
Okay.
She would go to a store, and there would be some knives. And if one of them was the same knife from 5 years ago, but with like, but it was, you know, had a new handle on it that made it look like the knife from this year, which realistically, if it's a knife,
It's
that
called the 2025 edition.
that
or
might
whatever.
actually be the only change.
Yeah.
She'd be like, that's the new one. And so to the person who's going in and not like an enthusiast for knives or, you know, whatever, they just go into a store and this is Core Ultra,
I love
which
how
is a new brand.
you picked a category that we have like solid ones in because I looked it up.
Yeah, well, like, look. The point is that most people don't care about the things that don't really impact them that much. I suspect you
Oh,
wouldn't.
dude,
I suspect
it's-
you wouldn't research a water bottle very much.
No.
I think that you would just buy a water bottle and you'd be like,
Before LTT ones, I just had no ones.
yeah, it would just be kind of whatever.
That is
Questionable
fair.
choices.
And so there are absolutely categories that we're not enthusiasts for, and that's who they're targeting with this. I mean, it's not like a cutting edge top of the line gaming processor. It's a 6-core 10th gen, right? So, which to be clear, is actually still going to provide a pretty decently good gaming experience if it's paired with like an appropriate GPU. It's a good chip. And so my problem is not that they're selling it. My problem is just like, why do we have to have this deceptive branding? I hate it. Just tell me what it is. That is my end of my TED Talk. eBay restricts items over $500 from shipping to the US. On August 27th, eBay started enforcing an update to its seller listing policy for sales to the United States to limit the sale of items from certain countries to $500, including shipping. According to the policy page on eBay, there had previously been restrictions in place, but for items up to $2,500 in value. The list of restricted countries is available on the eBay source link here, and eBay states that the policy is to ensure a good shopping experience for U.S. buyers and maintain high-quality shipping performance. I've actually seen quite a few Americans upset about shipping times for, I saw one that was about dbrand, which our sponsor team is looking into, but what I will say is probably it has been very challenging to get shipments into the U.S. in a timely and cost-effective manner with all of the
What?
tariff will they, won't they, will they, won't they, yes they will, but not like this
Damn it.
seesawing
Quit.
that has been going on. So this
You
is
can hear me.
this is
I'll
a
meet you
practical
inside,
impact.
This is
Okay.
interesting because I looked up the list that they linked.
Yeah.
And like, Canada's not on
I
here.
don't like
Why
this.
Portugal but not Spain?
Germany's not on here. Switzerland's not on here. No France.
La France. But French Polynesia is.
Yeah.
And French Guinea. Guyana? I don't know.
Singapore is. That's kind of surprising to me.
I don't know, man.
Is Taiwan on here? Nope.
Are you saying Taiwan is a country?
Yeah.
Based,
Hell yeah.
based as,
Hell yeah. Is China?
Feel bad for you. Almost.
oh, I don't know.
No.
way.
What's the decision making here?
I just am saying, yeah, this is what happens. Things are confusing. Things get confusing. Hey, though, Nintendo got another video game patent. Yay! I know you were excited to talk about this.
It's interesting. I don't obviously like it, but I think it's something to be aware of, and it's interesting. Nintendo has been granted a patent that covers the ability to summon another character and make them battle on your behalf, which by itself is like, oh god. It then goes on to describe things in more detail. A console or other system is being used to run a video game from storage. That was kind of weird. Just off the hop, I thought that was weird. Because why wouldn't a game cart count? Maybe that counts as a form of storage? I don't know. The player controls...
Yeah, anything
Really
is
feel
storage.
Yeah, exactly. So it's playing a game.
A CD is storage. A floppy disk is storage.
RAM is a form of storage.
I mean, I wouldn't call it storage.
It technically is, though.
If I had in my house a cremation, oven,
Yeah.
right?
I don't
Would you
know if
call
this
it
analogy is
storage?
I mean, in that case,
If every time the power goes out,
it stores
the fire goes on.
dust.
Like, I don't think your fireplace is storage. I'm sorry, I disagree with you.
So if you loaded a game into RAM, you could avoid their patent.
Sure. That's my interpretation, not a lawyer. Go ahead.
I don't think it is. I think it is storage. But anyways, a console or other system is being used to run a game from storage. The player controls a character in a virtual space. The player can perform an input command to make a sub-character appear, i.e. summon another character. If there's an enemy where the sub-character appears, the player can control a battle between the sub-character and the enemy. And if there's no enemy where the sub-character appears, the sub-character will automatically move around.
Isn't this just a familiar? Is Nintendo, they got this patent?
The player can move the sub-character to a different location on the field, and if an enemy is there, they can control a battle between the sub-character and the enemy. I think one of the minor differences is that the battle wouldn't be between, like, you and your thing. It's just a battle between the thing that you're controlling and one enemy, in this case. You're not involved other than command. Because I thought, like, basically any video game warlock. Like, think Diablo, not warlock, I guess, Diablo Necromancer. You're summoning a thing. It can go out and fight things. But it doesn't perfectly follow this because it's not like one summon, because in Diablo usually it's multiple, and they just kind of hover around you. You don't like send them out, and it doesn't create like one-on-one battles. They just all fight, right? So it's like it doesn't perfect, the like Necro example doesn't perfectly fit this thing, I don't think. The reason this could be scarier than a traditional trademark is in the case of IP law, Nintendo is required to fight and protect itself with a trademark, or else they could lose it. Patents are not like that, meaning Nintendo technically has to pick and choose privileges on which infringement they want to pursue, which gives them even more power. They can let people that they like get away with things, and they can go after others, and that won't make them lose this patent. Discussion question, is there a universe out there where a patent on a video game mechanic like this could be good for the consumer? And I can't imagine one. Although it is getting really weird with basically every popular game getting immediately ripped off by Roblox. So I'm not sure how that works.
Someone in Floatplane chat said apparently a part of the patent is that the thing has to be stored in a sphere. So basically, they're trying to patent Pokemon battles, essentially. Man, could Nintendo just... Nintendo has no problem being the beneficiary of innovative gameplay mechanics. I don't believe that Mario Kart was the first racing game, for instance.
I mean, they're like sports titles were definitely not the first sports titles.
But when they're on the other side of the equation, they behave like petulant children. I don't think there's really any good justification for this. Adam added to this. Okay, hear me out. Could we create a system where large corpo plaintiffs are allowed to sue, but they have to cover the legal costs of the defendant until the decision is made? That would actually be kind of a cool way to disincentivize like bullcrap lawsuits.
It's very interesting.
Could be extended to DMCA takedowns. If Universal wants to sue you, they can, but they have to pay your court fees while you defend yourself. That would be kind of wild.
I think it's really interesting. I think there's some concerns and
to be clear, until they win. If they win, then you're responsible for whatever the judgment is.
I kind of like this. I think it's worth doing. I do think there's some concerns. Like, I think people might get a false sense of security. Thinking like, I'm obviously going to win this, and then they have infinite money on their end, and they just win through money, which is like a thing that you can do.
I think you could set it up so that you have to provide the same funding to both sides. So if you basically you have to in escrow or whatever, or not in escrow because then the defendant wouldn't actually have it, but whatever you spend pursuing it. I think it would have to only apply to like individuals.
That's also cool and interesting.
Yeah.
But it comes with its own pitfalls in my mind because again, false sense of security. If you think you're going to win, this could ruin you for your entire life.
But remember,
versus a slap on the wrist for the game company.
But you'll have a super cool team of lawyers to tell you're not going to win.
And then you'll still lose some money,
and then
but
you'll
not
settle.
as much, I guess.
Yeah. So you'll have to reach some kind of settlement. The point is just that you wouldn't be able to intimidate people.
I think it's cool in general.
You wouldn't be able to just...
There's definitely an idea here that I think we should do. As if we could do anything.
Yeah, when we're in charge of Canada, then we'll be sure to implement.
When we're running marathons?
Something like that. Running marathons.
Yeah, actually kind of cool. Carney ran a marathon.
Oh, did he?
Got a pretty good time, apparently.
Okay, yeah, good for him.
I didn't actually look into it because I don't care.
I saw
that's neat.
I saw that there's talk of, as part of the rift with our southern neighbors and attempts to mend fences with our far eastern neighbors, perhaps getting rid of the 100% tariffs on Chinese EVs.
I've heard very rumor mill things about this. It's very interesting.
Prime Minister Carney, if you're watching, I have a humble request. If you're going to do this, I want a commitment from the Chinese EV manufacturers that they are going to replace the manufacturing jobs that we are going to be losing, especially in Ontario, with their own their own manufacturing within our borders that will at some point probably end up serving other parts of North America as well. I think that's one concession. I also think that we should be getting strong investment from those companies in renewable energy here to support the EV charging that we're going to need to do a lot more of because we're going to have like $11,000 EVs. That is my 2 cents on the matter. I also think that we need to carefully consider our strategic minerals and not give up too much of that as part of this whole process, because I suspect that would be part of... Well, look, I have no problem with the Chinese mining the minerals if they're also manufacturing the batteries and EVs within Canada.
I just don't think that's going to go well.
They can capitalistically benefit from that harvesting by selling within our market. They can have access to the market. Okay, I mean, I don't think I'm going to get my deal because we also need like canola farmers to be able to export to China and stuff. There's a whole thing there. But I want some automotive manufacturing on the continent. You can't just like wage, we are the only ones who can manufacture cars anymore warfare. I don't think that's cool.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what they want to do, though.
Well, that is exactly what they want to do.
Yeah. How would you tackle the jobs thing? Because this is a song that has been sang many a time. where the company's like, yeah, we're gonna get a ton of jobs here. We're gonna build this like massive factory, and then it's 90% automated, and there's 10 jobs. So do you do like it has to
Never
be
gets old.
X amount of jobs that are in, you know, some certain level of average income versus the country's.
I don't know how you
averages,
tackle that.
Whatever, I don't know.
I mean, it obviously needs some consideration because I don't really care if they're manufacturing jobs. They could be service jobs. They could do
Yeah,
whatever.
it doesn't matter.
As long as there is a net positive workforce benefit to having this work being done here.
I think I actually do.
You care about specifically manufacturing because remember that automated equipment is on our soil now. So
I care in the sense that it should be defined. I don't necessarily care that it needs to be manufactured.
sure.
Because the reason why I'm saying I do care is because you just said service jobs. And if they end up just like opening a bunch of restaurants and they're just like
No, not service. Okay, sure. I see what you mean.
so
I meant service like in
just like the Scrapper
maintenance
Wars,
of
they're
and-
gonna try to work around.
Yeah, if there's anyone who would out Scrapyard Wars us, it would be the CCP. Fanboy NZ says, hot take Linus, Canada car makers should compete. Which ones? Beaumont? Our domestic automotive industry was gutted decades ago by the Americans, so we're basically just trading one for another at this point.
Make Bombardier make cars.
You mean Bombardier?
Bombardier. I want a Bombardier car, dude. Let's go.
WTF is a Beaumont. Beaumont, Canadian car manufacturer. Here we go. There you go. Beaumont Automobile. This is a 1968 Beaumont SD 396.
Dude, they're kind of sick.
Speaking of comms,
Not gonna
I
lie,
can't raise
pretty
Quint.
cool.
It's a
Did
lot
he
like
make it
a
inside?
GTO.
Quisp, you mean?
Mid-size automobiles. Was made by General Motors of Canada. So even then, it was like it was based on the Chevelle. It was barely even Canadian.
Dude, a Bombardier car would go
E4,
sick. Good,
it's your
go
time to
really hard
shine.
though.
Yeah,
I
over
want
the
one of those.
snow.
Yeah.
New customer.
Yeah. They
Welcome
make
to the
planes. A
Bell
lot
family
of companies
I
that
know
made
they make
planes
planes.
went into
Please
cars.
log
They
into your
actually
Bell Plus
make
account or
The
register as a
sickest
new
plane right
user.
now. The Global 8000
No,
is like
just shut down.
Error. Verbal commands limited to Dell Plus Emerald
I'm just saying the
users.
BMW logo is a propeller.
Darling, the red tape.
There are lots of car companies that made planes.
look at this thing.
Just smash the
Proud Canadian here, boys. It is the fastest
Membership with
business
Dell
jet
Plus
in the
Emeralds
world.
bestows
It has a
galaxy
range
of
of
benefits, such as
8,000
basic
nautical
functionality,
miles.
free
This thing
3
can go
months
almost
delivery of Dell products,
15,000
and the
kilometers
sense of
on a single
dignity
fill.
and a comfort.
And it travels at
Oh.
Mach
Stick your subscription
0.94.
plan.
Wow.
I think it's the fastest plane since the Concorde.
I thought they have that.
Well, that carries passengers.
Okay.
Yes.
I thought they had
Obviously
like
a fighter jet or whatever.
No. I thought they had like a new Concorde thing going on.
I think there's something in development from what's their nuts, Boeing or something. But Lord only knows if that'll ever be finished. Seven of Lesbians ask, does Bombardier even exist anymore? Thought they were gutted by private equity. I don't know. They seem to be doing okay.
Let's get to the bottom of this.
Shows you what I know. If that's true, but no, that's not my understanding. I thought Bombardier is kind of doing stuff at this
The
point.
airplane is missing info. Regardless, my point was that a lot of companies that make cars used to make airplanes, and that's true. I don't really care too much about the logo.
Anyway, yeah, Global 8000 looks sick. Could literally never afford one. At Zim in Floatplane Chat says $78 million price tag.
The boyo's fine.
Do they have
He's
any
hiding
interior
away
shots?
somewhere, dreaming of his
I mean, the
crystal
interior is basically gonna look how big the windows are.
My
Like
goodness,
what?
dude.
Are you kidding me? The healthiest of cabins. Look at this.
Tractor to the gates myself. She's gonna pay for so.
Look at this.
Cough up a boat. Right, leading now.
I guess I'll just sleep in my like. I don't know. That's at least a full, right? Is that a full size bed?
Yeah.
That looks like a full to me. And here's the cuck chair, built right in.
Rough.
Sorry, what's rough? Being...
Not the fabric on the cuck chair. I'll say
Yeah,
that.
no, definitely not. Okay. Anywho, what are we supposed to be talking about? Yes, okay. Okay. Okay, I just liked this because it's what Owen, Uncle Owen and Aunt Beru did in Star Wars.
Oh yeah,
It's a moisture evaporator. What are they called in Star Wars? Are they called moisture evaporators or?
I thought they had like a few different contraptions.
I don't know, but basically.
Moisture evaporator?
Well,
I
yeah,
don't
that
think
doesn't make any
so.
sense. What are they called? Well, just moisture farmer. No, I think the thing's called something.
He's not talking about the
Moisture
profession.
evaporators. Yeah, moisture evaporator. Wait, that doesn't make sense either. Okay, well, yeah, that doesn't make sense because that would turn it to vapor. Moisture evaporators is right. It says Pancrase. I trust Pancrase. Moisture evaporators. I mean, it's Star Wars technology. It doesn't matter. The point is now there's Star Wars technology. And that was all I really had to say about that.
Yeah.
I just saw this thing and I was like, oh my God, it's Star Wars. MIT is testing a new technology to pull water from the air. The idea is not new, but the hydrogel technology they're using is. It's a window-sized panel made of absorbent hydrogel, infused with salt, folded up, and enclosed in glass. The material absorbs water vapor from the air and swells, then it shrinks as it evaporates. The water condenses on the glass and flows down a tube. Currently, it makes about 2/3 of a cup of water a day, but requires 0 power. The hope is that these could be scaled up and improved to provide drinking water for a single household. Could be great for emergency situations. And the discussion question is, how much moisture was Uncle Owen farming? I don't know. Presumably quite a bit, because he had like hectares of these moisture evaporators, right? So Star Wars.
Not bad, Zane.
I think they kind of brushed over it, but I don't think
On we go.
Tatooine have lakes. I don't think any at all. So I think all of the water for that entire planet was from these moisture farms.
Yeah.
So it must have been like an incredible amount.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why did anybody settle there?
It's crazy.
Right? Mexico is taxing video games.
I mean, you can say that about places in the world now in real life.
Well, yeah, but in the world now in real life, they were like always there. But like Tatooine is like space travel. Like I understand why the Tuscans are there. I don't understand why humans bothered.
Yeah, fair enough.
It's like, do you really have to imperial like conquer and occupy everything? Mexico has published their 2026 economic package, and under the healthy taxes section, there is a mention of an 8% special tax on digital services offering violent video games. Here's their reason. Recent studies have found a relationship between the use of violent video games and higher levels of aggression among adolescents, as well as negative social and psychological effects such as isolation and
She's
anxiety.
keeping people in cages like animals.
Referring to the study, the effect of video games on social, psychological, and physiological variables in children and adolescents. The article itself, as some people have pointed out, is actually a well-written study. The problem is it's from 2012 and has outdated information such as references to MySpace. Others pointed out that the economic package also cherry-picks certain words and cases from the study to justify the tax even further.
How do we get these people free?
Our discussion question is, while the narrative of video games cause violence continues to parade through politics and often has studies disproving it, even if it were true, is an 8% tax the correct solution if they were trying to somehow mitigate the supposed damage that these video games are doing?
No.
So the very fact that their solution is to tax it by 8% belies that they obviously don't actually consider this to be a problem that they need to solve, because if they did, they would have a real solution, not just a silly little tax.
We've got to
So
free these
basically,
prisoners
yeah,
before more loonies
it's
come.
a steam tax,
I'll save you the effort.
which,
Kairos has
you know,
no use for
our moisture
these tainted
evaporators are only getting 2/3 of a cup a day. We can't pay a steam tax.
Bleeding monsters. The both of them.
A pity to lose so
I love
many
that you
flesh
picked over the name because
recruits.
it's like actually so bad of a name.
I do
Yeah.
still have
Oh,
one particularly promising candidate.
Yikes. I don't have a lot to say to that other than yikes. Sure. Google admits the open web is in rapid decline. Google's lawyers in a September 5th court ruling court filing said the fact is that today the open web is already in rapid decline. They were arguing that the plaintiff's divestiture proposal would only accelerate that decline, harming publishers who currently rely on open web display advertising revenue. Notable change from May comments by Google VP of Search, Nick Fox, saying, in quotes, "From our point of view, the web is
The Looney Queen's got
thriving."
Quent in danger.
But there's
And
good
she's thrown
news.
the
A co-creator of RSS. Oh yeah, this is actually really interesting. A co-creator of RSS, Eckert Walter, helped launch RSL, or Really Simple Licensing, a free and open standard that Ars Technica calls beefed up robots.txt instructions, which is a solution to AI discriminating click-throughs, decimating click-throughs, or pay-per-crawl.
The discussion question is, will LLMs pay up against RSL? I mean, no. I mean, they've stolen everything up until now, so what are we... Do we really think there's any hope that this will fix anything?
I love to see uggos. There.
Sorry to do this, you poor bastards, but it's an act of mercy.
Looking for the blood to my exquisite socket!
Taking fire. How?
Never gets old.
Can you help me? I'm looking for my sister.
All eyes on me. Ha! Taking some time.
What's yours?
That one's gone.
Break the chains of this planet.
My modest contribution.
The more rippers you kill, the more I make!
Enough talk. Come face me.
If you insist, and the Queen has invited another as well, you'll see.
You deal with this, gobshite. I'll look for a way to stop the machine.
Let me taste your lovely bone. Yes, a flesh extinction goes round.
I'm not normal. I'm paranormal.
I told you. Vertical violence approaches. I'll do it.
You won't get me on Hellman's side!
I almost feel bad for you. Almost.
Crazy little children are jangling the keys. Beat the start wagon. Ding, ding, ding. Ripped. I'm
I could have been a lot. One last gift from my Queen.
Quent! It's him! Zane, help! Don't you worry, Bio! We need to stop this machine now.
How?
Just do what I do! Shoot stuff until the problem's solved. Look for the fuel sources. I'll try to solve this thing. Guys? Help!
Now we're getting somewhere.
It's getting closer!
up soon today.
Thank the stars, that's done. Me gums will be sore for a week.
Can I open my eyes now?
That's right, me boyo. You're safe.
It's a miracle. And Callus's machine?
History. The murdering wench won't be ripping anyone for a spell.
You did all you could. Both of you. I just shudder to contemplate what Callus must now be setting in motion. Meet me in Carcadia, Vault Hunter. I still owe you that bolt. We must move quickly before the Timekeeper gets to Callus, or before she uses the command bolt herself.
I'll spring the prisoners back there and get the boyo here to safety. Oh, I'm not much for dragging him here. You did good today. We'll fight by your side anytime. Right, quickly?
I need a bath bomb. Lavender, thank you.
I think that it will help lay legal framework for fighting. I think that's really the only chance. I don't
Right,
think it's
that's
actually
fair.
going to stop anything from happening. But it should put some ammunition on the side of people that are upset about it.
We've got a couple more today. Warner Brothers is an unlikely ally in the fight against AI slop and has sued Midjourney. On Thursday, Warner Bros. Discovery filed a lawsuit against AI company Midjourney for purposefully infringing copyrighted work to the tune of either $150,000 per infringed work, which could add up to hundreds of millions, or all profits that Midjourney has made related to WB properties. In the 101-page suit, Warner Brothers lawyers write, evidently, Midjourney will not stop stealing property until a court orders it to stop. Midjourney's large-scale infringement is systematic, ongoing, and willful, and Warner Bros. Discovery has been and continues to be substantially and irreparably harmed by
Vault
it.
Hunter, come.
There's actually some
There's much to
really good
discuss.
examples.
Thank
Let me
you
check
for
if the
meeting me, Vault
Polygon.
Hunter.
Yeah, this is
What you've
amazing.
endured to help us.
So this is from Polygon here.
cannot
Dan, do you
thank
mind
you enough.
linking to the article if people want to check
Especially
out
for
more of the
Quint.
examples? But
May
this
his
is
recovery be swift.
pretty incriminating.
Those prisoners Callus ripped.
Not
Yeah.
only
We've lost
did
so
Midjourney
many to this
clearly
blasted hellscape.
output know what
what?
Superman looks
Her
like,
madness?
but like
Their
specifically,
deaths may mean nothing
specifically,
to Callus or the
exactly
Timekeeper.
what Warner Bros.
But they damn
copyrighted
well matter
character.
to
And
me.
now look, we can have
And
an
Against the
awful.
It spat out
bolt.
you.
We'll make
We
it
can have an
matter.
awful. I don't think that
I
was Midjourney.
promise.
We can have an
Sure.
I hope
awful
so,
long
darling.
conversation about whether
Wait,
Warner Brothers
terribly
fairly
sorry.
compensated the
Someone's in
creators
my
of
ear.
various DC characters and
again?
properties and all of that.
Oh,
we could
dear.
that's a longer
Vault Hunter.
conversation.
There's something we need to see.
But what I will say is
Look, inside the
Midjourney
crater.
looks pretty guilty here.
My
And in the
bloody
current legal
word.
framework that is Warner Brothers IP,
You seeing this, lad?
um
This must must be what Queen Cracked
this seems like a pretty big
It looks
yikes.
like
We just have to find
cables.
out again.
Skyrocketing for
As all of this
moon.
makes its way through the legal system,
This
are
must
there
be why
going to
Callus
be
needed the bolt.
any consequences?
To power
And
this insanity.
will those consequences be
We
lasting?
exposed
Because the
her
way
to the
that I see it,
timekeeper.
now that
Now
all of
she's
this is
escalating her
kind of
plans.
out there,
We need to get
there's
to
no way
that
to put,
crater.
Pandora back in her box. So,
I might have an idea.
what happens then? Does Midjourney go bankrupt? But then a bunch of people who have been paying themselves out of Midjourney's investment funds and now have their own personal hoards of wealth just start another one and then use Midjourney stole that. I mean, it's just out there now.
Honestly, likely finding the same investors again in a lot of cases. Same key investors, at least.
That crater is surrounded by an uncrossable
Yeah.
Osiris asks, are you going to be seeing Super Mario Galaxy in theaters? Honestly, I'd rather watch it at home. Is that the name of the sequel?
Perfect spot to plant me sledgehammer.
I'm amazed they went straight to the Galaxy.
Sledgehammer it is.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'd rather watch it at home, dude.
Don't break the
I've
vault
got a new
hunter.
TV.
They'll be fine. Almost.
It happens so often.
No, it doesn't even happen that often. I had the TCL for 2 years.
Oh, wow.
Almost 2 years.
It felt a lot shorter than that.
Yeah. Dude.
Is it that much
Zane,
better?
how crazy of a plan are we talking here?
It doesn't have as many backlight zones. By a lot. Which for a TV that size is a bit of a challenge.
Can you notice it?
Yes. But it has an RGB backlight.
Speaking of which, Lev,
RGB.
how's
Gaming.
about that dinner?
Okay, but it actually has benefits for image quality because instead of shining white through an LCD, you're shining color. So the color volume that it can achieve, and the reason I thought of it is because Super Mario Bros. Is a movie that looks amazing on it. Also, it uses a standard VESA bolt pattern, so I can actually put it on like a standard wall mount, and I can bring it a little closer. So my 116-inch TV can be closer to the actual viewing size of the 120-inch projector that I used to have mounted right to the wall. So, dude, yeah, I would actually seriously rather watch it at home.
Sweet. Heck yeah.
Oh, unique username says you've already talked about it. Okay, well, it's actually installed now. We installed it on, or not installed. We opened it on Monday. I haven't installed it yet. So the video of us like opening it and trying it is in the works, and then we're actually gonna throw the full
Zane.
gamut of
Tell me
labs
what I'm
testing
looking
at it and do like an installation vlog, and that'll be like a second video because it's really expensive.
Okay, so I'm not going to play
figure,
it because even though
you
it's a
get enough
trailer,
speed going
we
with
get
your
copyright
ride,
strikes
be
for
able to
trailers
shoot
all the
clear
time.
across.
But that looks like it's
Sounds fun,
what it's called.
except for
13
that
hours ago
crap in the
from
way.
IGN. It's probably real.
Don't
yeah, cool.
you worry.
Official
I never
title
leave home
announcement:
without plenty of
Nintendo
explosives.
Direct, the Super Mario Galaxy movie.
Kind of surprised by the title, just like you said.
potato
A
here.
long time ago in
Take
Super Mario Galaxy Far, Far Away. Lossless streaming on Spotify is coming. No, but for real this time. It'll be rolling out to more than 50 markets through October, with some already starting to get access now. The service is going to be included for premium subscribers. It won't be a new subscription tier, and it's been a long time coming, with rumors starting as early as 2017, coming later this year. So coming later this year in 2021, and almost ready in May of
weaker, at
2024.
least.
Discussion question: do you care?
Weak enough that you could probably top
Yeah, a
the
little
rest if you
bit, and it
slam it
just
with your
feels
tissue
like
roller.
being
I could
on
what now?
whatever it's even called now, YouTube Music. It's just a more and more sad
Never
experience
seen a
over time.
problem you can't
Really?
solve by
Well, it used to be
crossing into it at
Google
high speed.
Play
Oh yeah,
Music,
Google Play was way better.
and it was
Just make
actually like
sure to build
a
up enough
way better
momentum.
app,
Yeah.
and then they just made it way worse. And then I don't think
Oh, damn it.
I can't name anything that
Don't
improved about it
complain.
since they made the
You can
change.
just call your
I
ride again.
can name a couple.
What's improved?
You know, in my
It's
day,
way easier to
we
access
had
music
to
videos.
walk to a catch a ride to someone in
No,
vehicle.
sorry. Since
Let me
after
guess.
the change
Uphill
happened,
both ways.
what has like
Right.
okay, we have
Summon your
YouTube
bougie
Music
ride
now.
and full steam
Yeah,
ahead.
We're on here now. It's good, cool,
Yeah.
whatever.
YouTube Music it's better for watching music videos if you care about that.
No, I know.
Oh,
After we got to the we got to platform, cool. We are here. It's better for finding music videos.
Oh.
What has now happened? Because it's been
Oh.
years.
uh,
I can't think of a new feature that came out. The only thing I can think of is they do recaps now, which they just stole from Spotify, and I don't care about.
haunting you.
yeah, I skipped them.
Yeah. What needs to improve? The user experience of YouTube Music is just worse in a lot of ways.
Bury the hatchet with Sonos, so I can just cast to my Sonos speakers, please. The Google Play Sonos experience was, or the Google Play Music. Oh, it was so good. I would be listening to my headphones as I walked in the door, and then I would just have my YouTube or my Google Play Music app open, and I would just click cast, and then select the speaker, and it would just cast, and it wouldn't even practically skip a beat. It was amazing.
I wish considering they killed the podcast app, if they made podcasts within YouTube Music better. I know they're there, but if they made it better, that would be nice.
Sorry, handyman.
I don't think the experience of podcast stuff within YouTube Music is all that fantastic.
As for lossless formats, honestly, I mean, I don't know if I really care. I'm Pankrat's posted in here. I'm just waiting to see the videos about how people can definitely hear the difference on their like Bluetooth earbuds. Yeah. Yeah, me too. I think there's a lot of it takes a really, really, really fine setup where even like the trained ear can like really tell the difference between lossless and a pretty decently high quality stream. So
for me, I think having lossless just generally, if I know it's real, communicates to me that I'm not getting cheaped out on an audio quality.
But the thing is that it's not, I guess, yeah, not cheaped out on in terms of like the cost of delivery, but like not, the lossless master might not even necessarily be the best one.
That's fair.
So good luck, everyone. I mean, I think in a lot of cases it probably is, but
I don't think I have a particularly fantastic ear, but yeah, I don't know. That's a good point about the master not being necessarily better.
Flush door handles on EVs can fail, so China is now banning them. Whoops, I just moved a thing. With modern EVs in cars, the style has trended towards flush and sleek door handle designs. The problem is that in the event of a power loss, these handles can prevent people from accessing the car. The main concern comes from emergency situations like first responders not being able to assist easily. China is apparently looking at banning these style handles by 2027 for these reasons. And our discussion question here is, what is your favorite breakfast cereal?
I thought the handle thing is interesting because some of them you can kind of press in one side and it pops the handle out.
Yeah, but it's still powered. So it requires power to do that because there's an assumption with EVs that they are always powered, because they don't just run off of like a 12-volt lead acid battery for basic functions. Like you've got access to a high voltage, high amperage battery pack, because if you didn't, then it would be like completely off. No one would be operating it.
So you press this, isn't it just a lever? It's not just a lever? You press the side and...
It depends. Not all of them are the same. So there's ones that when you press it, it's like you're opening it, or like the actual retraction, like on the Model S. It wasn't even a lever, if I recall correctly. It was like fully motorized that it would come out. So it just depends. I don't know. I've been partial to mini meats lately. But Elijah said I couldn't think of a good question for this since it seems like a no-duh moment.
I don't really
oh yeah, I guess it's just like too many calories for you now? Too much sugar? I haven't been eating as much cereal.
I love cereal. We'll get there.
Yeah. LiDAR can damage your camera sensor. MKBHD shared a video showing his damaged camera sensor from the infrared lasers from LiDAR navigation systems on a car. This is in part due to the Class 1 lasers coming from these sensors, but also due to the focusing effect of the camera's lens. Here are some shots of the damage from the LiDAR sensors. Ruh-roh. That's a bummer. Naturally, the closer the sensor, the higher the risk of damage. The sensor-damaging lasers are in the infrared spectrum, which should not pose a threat to your vision as the fluid in your eye absorbs the infrared light before it would damage your retina. This is not health advice. I'm not a doctor, so feel free to keep staring directly into those Waymos, but be careful with your camera sensor. And that's our last topic, so why don't we jump into After Dark. Let's do it.
Always feels good.
Man, this felt like a long LAN show already, didn't it?
I think it was.
We're at 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Yeah. Wow. Neat.
Because we started like...
Are you mocking him?
Mostly on time.
No, I'm agreeing.
No, he's mocking you.
Sarcastically.
He is mocking you.
See, that's what I said. That's what I thought.
Very mockable.
Be gone.
My goodness.
Hey, Linus, I'm a huge Crosscode fan. What made you a fan of the game? Also, are you excited for Alabaster Dawn?
Is that their new game? Have they named it? What is this? 2.5D action RPG from the creators of Crosscode. Does it have a release date? Am I supposed to be excited yet?
I don't think so. No, to be announced.
Oh. Alabaster Dawn. Ooh.
Demo
yes, I'm
release
excited.
date.
Demo, you say? Radical Fish Games. I mean, there's like nothing on here.
Wish this on Steam.
I mean, I'll obviously play it. They did. Crosscode is so.
So
great.
they had a playable demo at Gamescom 2025.
Okay.
So I thought it was like an online demo, but yeah, I think it's just a playable demo at Gamescom.
Sounds great. Can't wait. I will. Okay. We always say don't pre-order, right? But I have actually. There's some precedent for this. So remember when I pre-ordered Bill Watterson's weird adult graphic novel thing that was terrible?
Yeah.
Okay. And remember, do you remember what I said to you, though? I said no matter how bad it was,
you were going to buy it anyways.
I could never pay Mr. Watterson enough for Calvin and Hobbes and what it meant to me and how much entertainment it has given me over the years. He won't take my money in the form of Hobbes plushies for my children. So if I have to give him $20 or whatever it is for his utterly worthless piece of garbage adult novel thing, whatever the crap that was,
so
I will do it. I will do it happily. I'll do it happily. I would buy it again.
I'm not saying a lot because it was bad.
It was awful, truly awful.
Yeah.
Just maybe not awful, but just pointless. So, Radical Fish.
I'm just gonna try and get it over with.
Same book for me. I didn't pay enough for Crosscode, so I will just buy the new one. And if it totally sucks sweaty, hairy donkey dick, I will still have not paid them enough for Crosscode, and I will happily give them the money.
Make sure you're wish listing things on Steam too. That's really important for creators.
It is actually
super important. Up next.
Why is it? Is it just a funding thing?
No, it's a Steam algorithm thing. Super important because Steam doesn't have like an engagement platform.
Yeah, sure.
That's it. All that matters. And it costs nothing. Hey, y'all, last WAN, Linus mentioned his daughter starting to model for the P1S. What modeling program do you have her using? I use Inventor at work and NX at school, but money for a copy for him.
I think she's using like a free tier of Tinkercad. It's whatever they like showed her at the little like maker classes that she goes to. Is Tinkercad good? Is there
that's
something else she should be using?
I think that's like an open-ish source. I can't quite remember, but it's pretty good.
Okay, well,
Get
she's
her
using
learning
Tinkercad.
SolidWorks, future engineer.
I've been super impressed with her taking initiative on this because
cool.
Yeah, and it's
so cool.
She hasn't always been the most self-motivated, but she is self-motivated to go and like fix it when it's not working and to learn more about it. Like the fact that she's going and learning about filament types and stuff, I'm super impressed by, because it's not that simple for like, someone who's like still around her first decade. I'm trying to see if I have any of the stuffed animals. She makes stuffed animals now. That's another thing that she's gotten into. So
that's wild.
Yvonne hasn't done the short circuit on it yet, but she picked up an embroidery machine. And my daughter's been learning how to use that as well. So she's going to be starting to learn both like additive manufacturing and some more, like, I guess it would still be an STL, right? Like an embroidery machine, probably.
So like vectorized, I think.
Yeah, I don't know, but she's she's
SVGs and things like that. Think about it like a laser cutter. Embroidery is actually really weird if you're doing CNC embroidery. It's like stitch types and overlaps, and it can get really weird.
Yeah, so she's getting into all kinds of wild
So
stuff
cool.
these days.
So cool.
Anyway,
Okay. Hey, LLD, love the show. Linus, I was wondering if you had any more thoughts on the Oslo sleep buds after using them for a while. My mom and I both got pairs after seeing your review, and they've improved, I guess, sleep.
generally, I only take those with me on trips, where I still find the pairing of the AirPods a little bit more painless. But if I'm going to be on like a long flight and I really need to not be disrupted by my AirPods running out of battery, and I don't mind like kind of setting up, because you have to pair to the base station, which pairs to your phone. It's a whole thing. Really good product, really cool product, but I don't use them super regularly. I should probably give them another shot with the latest updates at home. I haven't used them lately because I haven't done any overseas travel.
Hello, Linus. This is not a question, though. Actually, it is. You talked before that Linus is perfectly capable of building himself a PC. What changed? You just thought to ask?
Yeah, I don't know. I summoned the bravery to handle the rejection if he said no, and I shot my shot.
Hell yeah.
And he was super chill and cool about it.
Hell yeah.
With Linus Torvalds potentially coming onto the show, is there a possibility to get on Richard Stallman and build him a computer with non-proprietary software? We need the Stallman build.
Why don't we see how it goes with Mr. Torvalds first, and then we can kind of put together a wish list of super cool computer industry luminaries to bring onto the show and build computers with.
I feel like for Stallman, if we did that, if he was cool with it, if Risk was at a point where it was like legitimate, that would be sick.
We could do a relatively simple build and just put one of those Risk 5 motherboards into like a framework or something.
Yeah. Could be neat.
Hello, Bob Slob and Knob. Linus, what was it like?
Hold on, who's who? What? I mean, I feel like Bob is the only one that's not horrible.
I'll take Slob.
You'll take Slob.
I'll take Knob. You can be Bob.
You know you're not the one who takes Knob. Anywho.
Slurp. Linus, what was it like holding a memory module from the Saturn V rocket?
Oh my god, man.
It's after dark. Shut up.
I ran out of air.
It was like holding history. It was really cool. It's one of those emotional experiences, and normally holding a computer component or whatever is not. It's a non-emotional experience, but the craftsmanship, or should I say craftswomanship, because apparently the
woven ones?
Yeah, the folks who assembled them were almost exclusively women. On display was just so apparent. So it was somewhere in between a cool piece of technology and like literal actual art. Very cool.
This stuff, just for reference.
Yeah.
Like, what the heck is even going on? This is like, I don't know. Some of that era's technology is wild.
My algorithm delivered me the virtual inertial reference system with the gyroscopes and the... How? This is the biggest slide rules. I was trying to figure out how slide rule worked with my dad the other day. He learned about them in school and figured it out. Anyway, Luke, you spoke a bit about classic Battlefield last week. I also missed maps like Battle of Britain, filling up a bomber with 6 players. Also, did you ever play Battlefield Vietnam?
Yeah, I think I played pretty much all the old Battlefields.
I didn't know they did a Battlefield Vietnam. That's a weird war to make a video game about.
Wasn't that? I thought that might have been an expansion.
I think
the
it
problem
was
with the game is that you just can't win.
Rough.
Oh yeah.
Is this a full game?
I remember this actually. I think it was an expansion. No, it's a full game. Shut up. Developed by Digital Illusions Canada.
I know I played it, but I thought it was...
Maybe by Canadian standards, the Vietnam War wasn't that bad.
Yeah, fair.
Oh yeah, that was like a Tuesday.
I don't think we wrote any conventions that time. So like,
Yeah, we didn't.
What's the
We
point?
didn't make the.
What's the point?
Chemicals.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe they learned from us.
Include us next time.
Apparently was the first with helicopters.
We have ideas.
What if you put? What if you put the gas in the cans?
Instead of helicopters, blades. They're actually blades. Just more on the bottom. Chainsaws.
I'm already hiccuping so much. My God.
I'm sorry.
But yeah, no, I love Battlefield games. I don't think it's just Battlefield the problem. I think AAA as a whole kind of lost the plot there for a long time, forgetting that games needed to be fun. They focused on graphics. They focused on just a wide variety of things that weren't just like the game being good and fun. And it seems like we might, maybe, in some cases, be coming back to that, which is cool. Hopefully the next GTA is good. Hopefully the next Battlefield is good. And hopefully we keep going from there. But we'll see. I can't tell.
Taylor Linus watched the Chromebook video and was wondering what the most awkward situation you were in when in public. I'm sure lots of recognition happens at Best Buy.
Man, awkward. Man, I don't even know if I can remember anymore. Every time there's like what was the most X that you Y, I have such a hard time.
It's like never going to be accurate. It's just going to be whatever one you remember.
Here I go.
Oh,
yeah,
the worst one you remember that moment.
Man, I'm like awkward all the time. I had an employee come and say bye to me recently because it was their last day and just to shake hands, and I was like, I said something like completely wrong. I remember what I said. I said welcome. Because my brain completely the opposited. What I meant to say was like, thanks for everything, you know? And they I said welcome like I'd never met them. They worked here over 2 years. Like I completely knew who they were, and I knew they were coming because I knew that they had tendered their resignation a little while ago, and I was just like, welcome, and then as I tried to recover, I made it like way worse. Yeah. So that wasn't in public, but it sucked.
That's pretty epic.
Yeah, I'm just, dude, when I'm on the spot, I just can say just like the dumbest stuff. Like I think I've told the story about the time the border guards asked me where I was going, and I said the wrong place just because I was tense, not because I was doing anything illicit. Anyway.
Where are you off to? Crimes? Last one I got for you today.
Oh, you missed the Chromebook one. Did you skip that one?
I thought that was.
Oh wait, that was it. Yep, good job.
Was that it? Okay, thank God. Would be awesome to know what the pool of mystery items is. I would grab a mystery hoodie if that was the case. Also, I'm colorblind. What color is iron? Cardigan.
Oh, iron is not the ones I'm wearing. I'm wearing the blue ones. Gray.
Yeah.
So they're not. They're what you see.
Yeah. Yeah. You should be able to handle it. Pool of mystery items. Yeah, but that's the point of mystery items, is that they're kind of whatever they are, and that's why they're cheaper.
Would make it really tedious because it like constantly changes.
Yeah. So it's supposed to be a low-cost way of liquidating stuff that we need to liquidate for whatever reason.
And actual last one. Howdy LLD. Have you guys heard about the DDoS attacks happening to Forever?
FA Forever.
Forever.
Supreme Commander.
Oh, the new one, yeah?
No. The old one.
The old one?
Forged Alliance Forever.
It's a community project. The fact that someone's attacking this is...
Oh, damn.
Whoever's attacking this is a butthole.
They are asking for help defending.
Like a sphincter.
Right?
No.
Damn. And dirty.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
The continuous...
Unwashed sphincter.
It leaks.
The continuation of FA Forever on their forum.
Yeah, I hadn't heard about the DDoS attacks. That's super uncool, and I don't even know how we would begin to...
What do they want?
They want help defending DDoS attacks, but like...
Yeah, but what
I don't know anything about their infra.
Does someone have a link to them talking about this or something?
FA Forever.
It's just Forge. Why is this happening? Is this Forge Alliance forever?
This is recompense for Xe.
I guess. Oh my goodness. No, I mean my hiccups, not you saying it weird. Oh,
Sure.
They
use
need
that as an
contributors with
excuse.
solid software development background to help address the latest attack vectors.
oh.
Yeah. Oh, this is such a bummer to read. The past decade, the internet has changed significantly. In my personal view, the internet used to be more innocent. As a small open source service provider such as FA Forever, it was unthinkable that we would be the target of malicious actors.
Yep.
And because of that, the infrastructure was never designed to be resilient. Of course, there are basic authentication and authorization checks, but in general, our implementation assumed the user consumed the service acted in good faith.
Yeah, a lot of the internet kind of just sucks now.
Man. This is so not cool.
You shitting me?
Unfortunately, I don't have any development help to offer. But what I do have is a farewell. For all of you. We'll see you again next week. Same bad time, same bad channel. This is not the show you're looking for anymore.
That's all you got?
Bye.
Ooda booda, mind trick.
Man. I'm gonna crash so hard.
Yeah, I'm sorry it was such a long show.
What's going on, guys? Killer6 back with another legendary item guide for you, and today we're going to farm Mimicron. Now we're going to start from right here on the map, which is Wyclef's Reprieve, and we're going to go through a door that is right here. Now I've turned all the icons off on the map so that you guys won't have spoilers, because I know you guys hate that, and if I don't turn the icons off, then there's things on here that you would probably be mad about seeing. So what we need to do first is have defeated Biomutant, and then we're going to unlock this safe house right here. Again, this is called Wyclef's Reprieve. And what we jump off of this patio and then we go flying over here. I'm pretty sure they call that a patio. Yeah, look, those guys, they're hanging on the patio. You know how they love that. And then if you don't have the extended flight from doing all the vaults, then you want to hop on your bike. Here's the door to go to Mimicron. In order to open this door the first time, you're actually going to need to go into this room up here. You can see how there's a map, which is Wyclef's Reprieve, and we're going to go through a door that is right here. Now I've turned all the icons off on the map so that you guys won't have spoilers, because I know you guys hate that, and if I don't turn the icons off, then there's things on here that you would probably be mad about seeing. So what we need to do first is have defeated Biomutant, and then we're going to unlock this safe house right here. Again, this is called Wyclef's Reprieve, and what we do is we go out this back door, we jump off of this patio, and then we go flying over here. I'm pretty sure they call that a patio. Yeah, look, those guys, they're hanging on the patio. You know how they love that. And then if you don't have the extended flight from doing all the vaults, then you want to hop on your bike. Here's the door to go to Mimicron. In order to open this door the first time, you're actually going to need to go into this room up here. You can see how there's a floor that is open right there. But what you do is you go around this way, and then you have to go back here and go through this fan, and then there's a door over here on your right. When you go in here, you're going to be able to get yourself one of those bio bulkhead things that you toss at them, which I don't think we're in here anymore after you do the mission. Could be wrong on that. Yeah, no, I don't see them anymore. So yeah, you would pick one of those things up, you would drop down, and then all you had to do is just throw it at the door to open the door up. Once you have this door open, it's a pretty simple, straightforward path to get in here. There's only a couple of spots that are going to be confusing, like first room, you have a right option and a left option. Just think red means no. Don't go that way. Instead, go this way. You're going to go through these doors, following the path that I take right here. In this room, you just go straight forward through this door. You don't have to fight these guys if you've already done this event once, but if you are here for your first time, then obviously you do need to fight these guys. In this room, you're going to continue straight, and then there's going to be another room that looks just like this one in just a moment, and on that room, you're going to go right. That's going to be this room right here coming up. And you'll know this room because there's like this ramp right here. Clear these enemies and you'll be able to go through there's an elevator. You have to jump up here, climb on this wall, then jump off the wall, float over here, grab this wall, and then climb up. At that point, you are at the boss. Jump over this counter, and there we are. And the first time you fight this guy, you won't have the Moxie respawn machine, but every time after that, you will. So make sure you have your ammo, grab your stuff, and it's time to go in here and take on Mimikron. So Mimikron is weak to shock and corrosion. Shock on the first phase, corrosion on the second phase. We're gonna see if we get one on the first run here. Fingers crossed. I have not had much luck on these farming guys getting one on the first run. Oh wow, not only did we get him the first run, we got 2 of his drops on the first run. So this is proof for all of you guys out there who are like wondering if he can drop all of his drops at one time. He can, and we got 2 out of his 3 drops in this first run. So we got the Mad Lad SMG and we got the UAV ordnance. All right, up first we have the Mad Lad. Now this is a SMG that is manufactured by Daedalus. Gold text says homemade ingenuity. Believe that this gun and its text are a reference to a gun YouTuber. I don't know specifically who, but if you know, leave a comment below. Don't put a link to the channel because the YouTube will just automatically remove that anyhow. Gold text says homemade ingenuity overheats quickly but also cools down quickly. And then the red text says I've got a Luddy. As you can see, this gun has a very boring, just gray gunmetal kind of skin. It does reflect light a little bit, but it's pretty boring to look at. Stats on this one are 579 damage, 74% accuracy, 4.1 reload. Fire rate is 22 shots per second, which is insane, but then it's 34 shots to overheat, which is also insane. That reload time being 4.1 seconds, yeah, you're gonna notice that it's bad. It's very bad. All right, so as you can see, fire rate insane, reload abysmal. You will die during that reload quite frequently, unfortunately, but that fire rate is nuts. And if you have anything that boosts your fire rate or gives you ammo regen, like on my Rafa, I could totally just spec into while overdrive is active, I'd have ammo regen, and I would just be able to shoot this thing like the Tizzy from Borderlands 3 and just have like almost basically non-stop ammo as long as my action skill was going. And with my Rafa build, I could probably keep my action skill going for quite some time. So as you can see, it's a pretty decent gun. It does kick a bit. Here's with me not doing any kind of aim control at all. This is how it kicks. As you see, you start shooting at the moon pretty quickly afterward. So good gun, marred very heavily by that reload, but if you have ways that you can mitigate the reload speed, or if you can just, you know, regenerate ammo, this could be a really fun gun. Up next, we have the UAV. This is a grenade ordnance manufactured by Tedior. The gold text says death from above. I'm pretty sure this is just a straight Call of Duty reference. I could be wrong about that. I really like the skin on this thing. It's like a rainbowy color, and the red text says eyes in the sky. It has a 12-second cooldown. Damage is really wild at 12,992. That's one of the highest damage grenades that I've seen. The radius is 650, and this thing has 3 charges. Now you can see the other perks that I got on mine. Express, so I get the grenade cooldown reduced by 21%, and overflow maximum grenade charge is increased by 1. Mine is also cryo. Let's test this thing out, see how it feels. So as you can see, this basically just sets these things up on the ground, and then it will do some damage to them if they're in the proximity. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but the UAVs will fly around after they go up. There it goes right there, and then it flies in. I was hoping to like actually see one in action here, but these guys are bum rushing me pretty hard. All right, so let's see. Yep, there you go. You can see the UAV flying in now, aiming at what looks to be nobody. So not the most helpful thing that we could have gotten out of that one right there. So use this on the boss here. Let's see how that goes. There goes the UAVs. They're not even hitting him. That's great. Very helpful. So the UAV it's an interesting one. I'm trying to think of like a situation where I'd be like, yeah, this is a really good option, but I can't imagine a situation where that's the case. Unfortunately, it does do decent damage, but you know, it's like a delayed thing, and you have to wait for the drones to fly in and do the damage. So it's basically marking an area of the map, then the drones come in and then they do the damage. Essentially, that's how that works. So do I recommend it? Not generally, but it could be fun, and it depends on your build too. Like most of these things, it depends on your build. Up next, we got the complex route. This is the one that you guys came here for most likely. This thing is returning from Borderlands 3, where it was an absolute powerhouse. The stats on this one are 2,152 damage, accuracy 89%, reload time 2.2 seconds, fire rate 1.2 seconds, and the ammo count on -13. You see that this does get the crit damage bonus because it's a sniper, and then it also has splash on it as well. Now it's Maliwan, so it's always going to have 2 elemental perks. Mine got shock and cryo. Yours could have, you know, corrosion and cryo, or, you know, fire and radiation. It's always different. Gold text says Sierpinski spawns additional diverging projectiles along its path, and you'll know it when you see it. Now this one also has the manufacture part on there, which just tells you that it switches between the 2 things. And then the red text says it's the nucleus of every man-made invention of today, and that is a Dexter's Lab reference. So let's use this thing. We do have a boss fight going on here, so we gotta be careful not to die. I don't want to like ruin this. I'm gonna take the UAV off so we can do some more damage by hitting them with our throwing knife. So let's do that. Bam! Let's complex root this fool. So you can see the projectiles going out in their various directions, and those hit enemies and do a lot of damage as well. You can see that this sniper is just really, really good. If you have any kind of build where you're going to do elemental damage, the extra projectiles will come out and do some good stuff for you too. And if I had better matching elements, then we would do even better right now. But I don't need to get some distance between me and old immortal Boneface right now. Yeah, really like this gun a lot. It's not like the best sniper in the game, in my opinion, like it kind of was in Borderlands 3, but it's definitely very good, definitely worth using, and it will do some really good work on enemies. So let's switch this to shock. This guy right now has a shock bar, and you can see pretty good damage. I need to heal. Whoop, get some distance here. Hit him with our throwing knife. Yeah. Pretty good damage, Immortal Boneface is pretty weak in general once you get him out of his saddleback suit. But yeah, this gun is really good. It is just really good. It's really fun to use. I highly recommend the complex root, especially if you're doing any kind of build that gives you any sort of elemental bonuses. And yeah, have fun. So that's going to do it for this video guide. If you guys enjoyed this, make sure you hit that like button, hit subscribe, tap the bell icon for more, and I will see you guys in the next one. Y'all take care.
Take off your blindfolds. These 2 people used to date. They had a 4-year romantic relationship, and now they're exes. And if they spend 30 days chained together, I will give them $250,000. How long ago did you 2 date?
3 years ago.
She broke up with me.
You're salty.
I can't force you guys to do it, but once you clip on the handcuffs, the 30-day challenge has begun.
I'm locked in.
They're both handcuffed from this point forward. If either of you decide to quit by crossing this red line, I will instantly unhandcuff both of you. The video is over, but either of you wins anything. Have fun, you 2.
My ex-boyfriend? Really, Jimmy?
Bro, what?
They got me pinned down.
What's up, dude?
Hi.
Can I give you a... Oh.
Oh, where are we?
This is your happy home for the next 30 days. This is the kitchen. You can hang out, you can work out, you have separate beds. There's a question mark door. We'll worry about that later. And most importantly, you're probably wondering, since you 2 are handcuffed together, how do you use the bathroom?
Let me help you with that.
Someone go in the bathroom?
Stop it. I have to shower with this on?
Yeah, if you take it off at any point, the video's over. Slide the handcuffs in there.
Wait, you guys are cool.
Boom. Hey, she needs more slack.
But what if she has to use the toilet?
Hey! Wait, I can't believe I'm in the same room as you right now.
Yeah, and you're kind of stuck with me?
Yeah.
Wait, am I stuck with you?
Oh, gosh.
Actually, Susie has been through this kind of challenge before. You see, she lasted 100 days in a room with a complete stranger. But this time, she's trapped with someone she knows a little too well.
One thing to decide, do we even want to be eating together?
I don't know.
Okay, Josh is showering right now, so I feel like it's time to get my honest thoughts out there. I'm nervous for this challenge. We dated 4 years, we're broken up for 3, and now we're locked together in a box. At some point, someone's gonna have to start saying something.
Ay, ay, ay.
Hey, jeez.
Sorry.
Well, you might as well leave it on now.
It's the morning of day 2, and our exes are still trying to find their own rhythm.
You fed me. That equals happy woman.
But with this 60-foot chain, they can live their own separate lives. And that's exactly what they're choosing to do.
I was picturing, like, if we were actually chained close together, and I was feeling a little scared.
Are you scared to be close to me?
She really should be, because this chain will shrink, and these two exes will be forced to confront each other.
Get me out of here.
You make me want to die.
But for now, just living together is proving to be pretty difficult.
You get wet?
Uh-huh.
Oh, sorry.
With the disgusting pan grease all over me.
Sorry.
On that note, I'm gonna go lock myself away in the shower.
Here's the deal. I've been pretty rough on her today. She deserves it. You broke up with me.
I feel like we should talk about our problems eventually.
I want to acclimate a little bit more before just yapping.
It's been a few days since we've seen Jimmy in here. I'm ready for some action. Because right now, this is the vibe. Silence at all times.
Things are so bad between them. I wonder if a shorter chain would bring them closer together or tear them apart. It's day 5 and time for the first offer. Happy day 5! Wait, why are you guys on opposite sides of the room?
Because we can be.
Well, come on over. You're coming up on a week. How's it been?
It's just like, I'm getting kind of used to her being here.
It's hard to even, like, really talk about things.
Yeah.
To celebrate 5 days of being chained together, you're being served a very special offer. Your chain is about to shrink no matter what. Offer number 1 is a 50-foot chain, 10 feet shorter than what you currently have.
Okay.
Offer number 2 is a 30-foot chain. Your current chain cut in half, and if you choose this one, we will add $25,000 to your prize pool. If you guys want to make $25,000 while sitting around in here, then you would choose this 30-foot chain.
No, that's so short.
If you choose this chain, you'll have to live a lot closer to each other.
I mean, I was around you for 4 years for free. I mean, I can be a little closer for
That's crazy.
an extra 10K.
Do you want your chain cut in half?
I'm saying yes.
I'm with it. Let's do it.
Okay. Nolan, let's cut the chain in half.
Oh, gosh.
Their chain has officially been cut in half. Good luck to the two of you.
Cheers. I'm not regretful of taking more money.
Well, we still have 25 days, but we also haven't really figured out that this is shorter yet. Like, we haven't bumped into the issue of it being too short yet.
It'll probably happen in a very short amount of time. Like right now. Not even 24 hours into the chain being half the length, we are already having problems. Even right now, Josh is showering while I'm sitting at the table. I would love to be on my bed right now, but the chain doesn't reach the bed anymore. At 4 a.m., I got woken up by Josh to go to the bathroom.
I need to go to the bathroom.
The chain being shorter is very uncomfortable in here. My God. 6 feet distance at all times, please. Ew! You just got your sweat all over my forehead.
Hey, you gotta walk here.
I'm Josh, I'm immature.
My name is Susie.
You're looking pretty gross.
Thanks.
D-bag.
I think this challenge might be easier if it was with a stranger. I know you're working on it. I know you're trying your absolute best, but you're absolutely insane.
You're being disrespectful to me.
It's not disrespectful.
You're being mean.
This morning, I started with a comment, and then we kept having an issue about it.
To be real, the problem with the comment was that you're like making fun of me in hopes that people would join in to also point fun at me.
Bro, you're actually delusional. Susie in the psych ward.
I really don't know how I'm gonna feel about you at the end of this.
It's been an absolute fiasco. I feel like she escalates it when it's like, no, just a comment. I'm not hating on you.
You know what's crazy?
You?
Funny. Let's see if we go one day without Josh pissing me off.
Pardon?
You keep saying things to embarrass me, and I don't appreciate it.
It's literally a joke.
No, that's so embarrassing to do to another person when who knows how many people are watching us.
Oh, like, that's disrespectful thing has turned it into a bit.
I'm not thinking in bits right now. I'm thinking in how I feel I'm being treated.
Everything's about you.
It's not.
You're the star, and I'm the accessory.
It's not all about me at all. We're equal partners.
Josh is the one who did it. Josh pissed me off. It's Josh's fault.
Because I feel like you're saying things that make me want to die.
I'll look bigger up close.
I apologize. It's totally understandable. But the only way that we're gonna kill that now is to let that be yesterday. I want to make it 30 days and be done. I'm certain that you do as well.
Yeah.
Tired and I'm scared.
This is more rough than I thought it was gonna be. We're not gonna survive this if it keeps going like today did.
But I think we should try.
Absolutely, I think we should try.
We're just in here to survive, win money, and then never speak again.
Fresh start.
Sure.
And though they agreed to get along for the sake of the challenge, I wanted to see just how committed they were on the next check-in day.
It's day 10. Yeah. To celebrate, we're going to...
Oh, no.
Shrink your chain by 10 feet.
Woohoo!
Yay! For free.
Oh!
But before we do that, obviously, shortening the chain last time led to some personal space issues.
And because in the future days, the two of you will have an opportunity to make a lot of money in exchange for shrinking your chain.
For one time only, I'm gonna unbolt the furniture, let you guys move it around, and then bolt it back down permanently.
Oh! But first, let's update your chain.
Can't wait.
And to help move things around...
All right, all right, all right!
Here's your expert crew.
All right.
You have until midnight tonight to move whatever you want around.
Should we get to it?
Yeah, rotate, rotate, rotate.
After putting the boys to work, Susie and Josh moved all the furniture within each area closer to each other, with an emphasis on one area in particular.
This is our bathroom and our bed.
What we have tonight is what we will have for 20 more days.
It's survivable.
And to sweeten the deal, I gave them one more surprise.
Susie, Josh,
Chandler,
we got a fridge full of our brand new Feastables.
No! Let's go!
Sorry, guys. This is our first time revealing our chocolate milk.
Oh! Cheers!
Cheers.
That's good.
It's also made with real whole milk and loaded with vitamins A, D, and potassium.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
It tastes amazing. Go find Feastables chocolate milk at Walmart, 7-Eleven, and Speedway locations nationwide.
This is the best part of the whole challenge.
Even though the chain got shorter, moving the furniture put Josh and Susie in a better mood.
The chain shrunk 10 feet, and so far today, we haven't had any problems with it. Is there anything you're concerned about?
Being too close.
Though their fighting continued, the chain was actually starting to bring them closer. And over time, they were becoming friends again.
We're super bored today, and we've eaten a lot of lunchly, so we're gonna put it up on the wall in a heart shape. And now I present to you the first lunchly heart in the world. Josh wanted to lay down and journal at the same time as I wanted to walk on the treadmill. This is our compromise. Thank you, Josh.
We should be working together to get out of here.
Yeah, we have to get through everything.
Yeah.
Friends.
Friends.
But now that they were finally getting along, Josh couldn't help but wonder why they didn't work out in the first place.
Hey, Susie, can we talk? We didn't have a bad breakup. You wanted to go do other things that didn't line up with what I was doing.
Like, a reoccurring thing in the past was I
Can
felt
you hear the darkness
as if I
calling?
had to be sharing with you what I wanted all the time. Honestly, I think if I were to entertain something again, I would need to feel that it's like very different than before.
What did you do after we broke up?
Bawling my eyes out because I was so alone.
Breaths and victories!
What did you do when we broke up?
I started crying, like not following you, but never forgetting your Instagram handle, searching it up every other week. But it was weird, like watching your life in third person after being part of it for so long. It felt like my heart split in two.
No cry. I I was still madly in love with you when I broke up with you.
I didn't want to break up. I never wanted to do that. I don't think I ever like fully stopped loving you.
I'm taking you to violence.
So what do we do?
I feel like this challenge is allowing me to see Josh in a whole new light.
It has been eye-opening. The only problem is what happens in this room is not a good representation of what life is in the real world.
Even though Josh and Susie were making breakthroughs in their relationship, this was still a 30-day challenge. And the isolation from the outside world was starting to get to Josh.
Literally gave up my entire life outside of here to be here. And it's just now really setting in. Bro, I haven't been outside in 2 weeks. My whole life is outside.
If I had to pay to get outside access, I would not do that.
Go be outside, bro.
What's up?
I don't feel well, mentally.
And that's why on day 15, we had the perfect solution to their biggest problem.
For day 15, we wanted to offer you guys an outdoor space.
I'm giving you the chance to unlock the outdoors and double your space. That means full access to the entire yard whenever you want. But here's the catch.
If you guys want to keep this outdoor area, you're gonna have to switch to a 10-foot chain.
I've been missing the outside. We might have a better view of like the sunset or even sunrise.
Yeah, but I don't think that's worth losing half our chain. If we take this offer, just getting to go outside, we're always this close. We shouldn't do it, and we can easily sacrifice not having sunlight.
I just don't want it to be a missed opportunity further down the line. I'm very tempted to take this.
10 feet halfway through, though, means who knows how much wiggle room we'll have, though.
You guys have time to talk about it. Are you taking the day 15 offer?
Yeah, no.
All right, well, go back inside.
We're just gonna enjoy for one more minute.
Yeah, there's a 10-second timer. 10,
I'm in.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. See you in a few days.
All right, do you feel regretful now that we jumped inside?
I don't know. I do miss the outside.
Turning down the day 15 offer really took a toll on Josh. And the next day, the thought of going outside was still eating at him.
It's a little bit depressing today.
You just woke up.
Thinking it was Mystery Door and not having nothing change about our daily life. This is the longest month of my life. On a day that we were expecting something big to happen, nothing happened.
Why has today felt so long?
Well, hopefully the mystery door, whatever it is, it's something good.
You have any new thoughts on what's in that room?
Oh my gosh, there's Teslas back there. That'd be crazy.
Here's the thing. This isn't the first time Susie has faced a mystery challenge. In a previous video, she turned down a mystery box that had $50,000 in her favorite car, a Tesla, and it crushed her.
Oh, I want to cry. That's literally my dream. They got us Teslas! If it's a Tesla behind those doors, we have to take it, just for my redemption arc. Come on.
But for Josh, the excitement of the mystery door still wasn't enough to bring him out of his fun.
Feeling like I'm going crazy.
Violence, bro.
It's like, get me home.
Josh was having a hard time today, and sometimes you have to be the one to continue pulling your partner along when they're having a bad day. So Josh is still sleeping, but I decided to make him breakfast this morning because Josh was just feeling really down. For you.
Oh, you made a heart out of bacon and eggs?
Yeah.
Wow, heart?
Mm-hmm.
Friendship?
Friendship.
Part of me is wondering what that meant. I'm trying to figure that out. Like, you don't just make someone breakfast in bed.
Josh was so confused and desperate to understand Susie's gesture that he did something so drastic, so unthinkable. I mean, the one thing that he hated the most in the world.
I guess I'm gonna have to read Man's Guide to Women. When it comes to the intricate dance that men and women do when they are attracted to each other, the women are in control. Their actions were often subtle, all were definitive signals that a woman was interested and approachable.
While Josh was wondering what was behind Susie's act of kindness, Susie was wondering what was behind the mystery door.
I can't see anything. What if it's a little Tessie?
Maybe we should make Jimmy some banana bread.
Good job, I'm proud of you.
Thanks. Thanks?
Bye.
What? Can't wait for the chapter of my Men's Guide to Women to explain what that was. The book says, if she wants you, these are the signals. Direct eye contact, a smile, repeatedly glancing at you.
Here's my guess. She likes me.
Is that the ring from me?
Yeah?
You still wear it?
Every once in a while.
I never was able to throw away a single thing from our relationship.
One thing in particular I had to sell.
What do you mean?
The night before we leave here is when I'll tell you. I don't think I ever told her. I was too scared.
He kept most of the stuff from when we dated, except something that he's been holding from me this whole time.
Let's just say there's a big reason it's a secret.
I gotta say, I'm dying to know that secret. If there's anything keeping me here till the end of this challenge, it's that information.
It's day 20 and it's time to spice things up a little bit. Happy day 20! How's it going? In front of you are 5 ways you can open this mystery door. Now here's the thing. I'll be going from right to left, revealing an offer under each platter. If you say yes to an offer, whatever's behind the mystery door is yours. If you say no, only then does the next offer get revealed. Just remember, you might be saying no to the best deal on the table.
Oh, that's messed up.
Option number 1, you pay $50,000.
They hope that I take this one because I'm all nervous. What do you think?
I think we say no to this.
Okay.
Offer number 2, $100,000 out of your prize pool.
It's probably the last platter that's better.
I think we get rid of this again.
The third offer. Minus 25 grand, and your chain goes to 5 feet. This is how close you'll be. You still have 10 days left in this challenge.
Oh, God.
They say no, you only have 2 offers left.
Oh, this is hard.
If they say yes, they will win whatever's behind that question mark. Before you make a decision, do you remember the last video you were in where you said no to the mystery box? In a Tesla.
Yep.
What do you think is behind that door?
I have no idea.
I can't see anything.
Put your head on the ground.
What if it's a little Tessie?
I just want to see the door.
Let's take this. For you.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll take this one.
All right, they've officially accepted the offer. My next offer was minus 25 grand, but your chain stays the same length. The final offer.
Free. It's okay.
They shrunk their chain to 5 feet. They paid 25 grand.
What if they put 2 Teslas?
Teslas.
Teslas.
You both won brand new Teslas.
Jimmy!
Go on in.
I'm actually gonna cry. I know it's just a car, but I'm actually so grateful.
No, this is a $40,000 card.
Can I give you a
Of
hug?
course. Go. Watch out for Josh.
It's like a redemption arc.
Exactly.
I'm so excited!
She's excited, I'm excited, because we just launched our brand new creation from Feastables, Sour Strike Gummies.
I literally can't believe this.
Absolutely insane.
They have no artificial dyes or sweeteners, just clean, high-quality ingredients.
Crazy. I literally feel like I'm in a dream.
Sour Strike Gummies are now available at Target, 7-Eleven, and Speedway locations nationwide.
This is the best day of my life.
Don't forget, these Teslas do come at a cost. Let's see how the bathroom works now that their chain is only 5 feet.
All right.
Go to the shower.
All right.
Oh!
This chain can't get shorter.
Oh. It can.
We made you a Feastables banana bread.
That actually looks good. I think the best way to wash this down is with some Feastables chocolate milk, now available in all these retailers you see on screen. It tastes phenomenal, has 13 grams of protein. It's in stores now. Go try the new Feastables chocolate milk. I'll see you in 5 days to shrink your chain again.
Great.
Wow, can't wait.
Look forward to it.
Oh.
See you guys.
Good morning.
Gentle movements.
I can't even wash my hands.
And Susie and I have discovered the fun reality that a 5-foot chain sucks.
This chain is really annoying. I can't even bring my hand up.
Yeah, it's pissing me off.
Yeah, right, you're gonna sit down.
This 5-foot chain does not allow us to do 2 different tasks at the same time.
This is gonna get old real fast.
Hey!
Need the chain.
Bro!
It doesn't reach in the shower.
And that's my new reality.
As he patiently waited outside the bathroom, his mind wandered back to the book.
Be a gentleman. Pull out her chair.
Which inspired a change in his behavior throughout the day.
Open doors. Put the woman at the center of any conversation.
What's the name of your car right now?
It's Susie. Briefly touch her forearm when you ask her to dance. Ask open-ended questions. What the heck are we gonna do when we get out of here?
I don't know. We're gonna wanna just be handcuffed again.
But it was the final chapter that focused on their key issue.
You don't plan a date that makes her feel special and important. That's where I completely screwed my entire relationship.
I had to be sharing with you the smallest of expectations. Like, we haven't gone on a date in 3 months.
I didn't continue planning dates that made her feel special and important, and I didn't pay attention to what she wanted.
I think she wants a date.
So when Josh asked to speak to a producer in private about a date, I knew I had to make it happen.
You do look handsome.
Yeah, you look really beautiful.
Thanks.
We got candles. We got real candles.
You did good. I gotta admit. Aw, this is so nice.
Please, have a seat.
Thank you, sir.
Do you even know what you want?
I kind of like this, like being on a date. We are emotionally getting closer again.
It's true.
I think it's scary because how it ended the first time.
I think this is a step in the right direction, though. Can I take you on a real date when we leave?
Like outside of here.
Yeah.
That was everything.
Yeah, I'd love to go on an actual date.
Okay. Want to cheers with our Feastables chocolate milk?
Cheers.
To our Mr. Beast date.
Yes.
This has been a good time to reconcile.
Like, is there makeup anywhere?
Kind of figure out the other person again.
No.
Hi.
Hi.
The idea of him intrigues me.
I'm glad to just have a date for the first time in 3 years.
It was probably one of the most fun days that we've had in here.
Perfect end to our date.
I'm feeling real nervous because I don't know what is gonna come next.
It's day 25.
Oh, gosh.
We're about to fundamentally change this entire video, and the change is under this platter.
Yeah, I hate this. My heart is beating.
Reveal what's under the platter.
That's all you.
I brought each of you the keys to your handcuffs. Up until this point, unhandcuffing yourself meant you would both lose. And if at any point between now and the end of the video, you take your handcuff off, you actually get all $250,000 and both Teslas. Grab your key. Grab your key. If you take your handcuff off, you get everything, and the other person gets $0.
Are you gonna do it? I'm actually scared now. I'm gonna always be on edge.
I thought I was gonna be like a foot away from you.
Oh, and on top of this, every single day going forward, we are shrinking your chain by a foot.
Oh.
On day 30, you two will be this far apart.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah. But you don't have to do that because now you can take the handcuffs off at any point.
That's crazy.
This is wild, actually.
You probably want to know what's truly going on in his mind. And you probably want to know what's truly going on in her mind. Bring in the lie detector!
Are you kidding me?
Nope. She is a real polygraph examiner. One of you might be taking the handcuffs off. This is where the video gets fun. Josh, you are up first in the hot seat. We combed through your vlog footage and crafted questions that will really help her decide if she should stick it out in this video or leave today, whenever you're ready.
Okay. Have you ever doubted my loyalty to you?
No.
Even though she broke up with you?
No.
True. Wow.
We really trust you.
Whoa.
Right.
Okay.
Brace yourself.
Yeah, right.
Since being here, have you thought you might be better off single?
No.
No?
No.
Really?
Oh, great.
We're not giving you that one, buddy.
That's literally a Mount Everest on the graph.
So it's a lie?
It is a lie.
Oh, okay.
Let's keep going. The questions get better as we go.
Would you steal the entire $250,000?
I don't think so.
Yeah, you reacted a little bit to that one. You want to think about that one?
We just need a yes or no.
No.
Is he telling the truth?
I wouldn't give it to him completely, no.
If there were no hard feelings,
Of course there'd be hard feelings.
Does that make you want to take your chain off?
It makes me question it more.
How do you feel now that you got some hard-hitting answers?
Maybe a little bit scared.
But then it was Josh's turn to ask Susie some questions. Josh, are you ready?
I'm ready. Have you hidden something from me you knew would hurt me?
Yeah.
True.
If he knew, like, how close I got with someone else while we were not together.
Okay. Something to talk about.
I get a vibe you don't want to talk about it now.
Nope.
Okay. Next question.
Do you believe that I hold you back in any way?
Yes. True. The future outside of here, it's just hard to tell.
Okay.
It's hard to see that fully in this moment.
In your perfect future, am I in it?
Yes. True.
It's funny how the answers don't coincide.
You want to elaborate on
In
that?
a perfect future, I'm in it, yet I still hold you back. So your perfect future, I'm holding you back?
I feel like you'd have to show me how it is to, date again and what that would look like.
We're getting some interesting answers over here. You have her hooked up. Anything you want to know about her?
Are you gonna unchain yourself?
No. True.
Did you stop loving me?
No. True.
Oh, Josh is taking full advantage of this moment.
Boom.
All right, maybe we unhook her. Josh is going crazy. All right, now you guys have a lot of things you need to discuss.
Oh, gosh.
I'll see you tomorrow to shrink the chain.
The lie detector was pretty crazy.
I think the one that I was like, what, was the one that you said yes to with taking the money.
I mean, it's just an honest thing. Like, Susie already won like 200 grand.
So what? I'm
It was
still
a
in here
thought.
putting
No,
the
I know.
same amount.
No, I know. It's just a thought. Like, take it. Let's get out of here quicker. Today, we were given a gift. I could literally leave this room with all the money. She broke up with me in the first place. That'd be the perfect revenge story.
Hi, day 26.
Bro.
Hi. 4-foot chain.
4-foot chain. We actually have another surprise for you.
Oh. Oh, wow. What is this?
This is a soundproof box.
You guys are going to be able to talk and say how you really feel, and the other person will not be able to hear you. Josh, let's have you go first.
No. All right. Should I pull the chain?
Bro. Josh. Okay.
After last night, Susie, how are you feeling?
It was tough in a way. When he said that he would take the money, if he had hard feelings about the relationship and the whole breakup still, maybe he wants revenge in some way.
Something else that I've been thinking about has been the option to take my cup off right now.
He was quick to say, yeah, he would take it.
Like this.
As if he deserves it more or something.
All right, Susie, your turn.
Bye.
Bye. Bye forever.
We are only a few days out.
It was pretty crazy.
I think the one that I was like, what, was the one that you said yes to with taking the money.
I mean, it's just an honest thing. Like, Susie already won like 200 grand.
So what? I'm
It was
still
a
in here
thought.
putting
No,
the
I
same
know.
amount.
No, I know. It's just a thought. Like, take it. Let's get out of here quicker. Today, we were given a gift. I could literally leave this room with all the money. She broke up with me in the first place. That'd be the perfect revenge story.
Hi, day 26.
Bro.
Hi. 4-foot chain.
4-foot chain. We actually have another surprise for you.
Oh. Oh, wow. What is this?
This is a soundproof box.
You guys are going to be able to talk and say how you really feel, and the other person will not be able to hear you. Josh, let's have you go first.
No. All right. Should I pull the chain?
Bro. Josh. Okay.
After last night, Susie, how are you feeling?
It was tough in a way. When he said that he would take the money, if he had hard feelings about the relationship and the whole breakup still, maybe he wants revenge in some way.
Something else that I've been thinking about has been the option to take my cup off right now.
He was quick to say, yeah, he would take it.
Like this.
As if he deserves it more or something.
All right, Susie, your turn.
Bye.
Bye. Bye forever.
We are only a few days out from the end of this challenge, and Josh still hasn't told me this big secret that he's been talking about.
You don't plan on walking out of here with 250 grand.
It's a good question.
Josh might literally steal the entire $250,000 prize pool. Well, if he does, Current would be the perfect place to deposit all that money.
I could live without working for 2 years, 3 years.
Nolan, would you like the ability to get up to $750 in your next paycheck in advance?
Yes.
Then you should download Current. Do you want help building your credit score?
Yes.
Then you should download Current.
I'm downloading there, Jimmy.
You use this QR code or the link in the description, current.com/beast, and download Current right now. I will personally deposit $1 to your banking account.
I wish I could just keep doing that.
I've already given away hundreds hundreds of thousands of dollars through Current over the last 4 years. Current can help you with all your money needs. It's the #1 banking app for your paycheck.
That's probably what I'll do.
And get this, if Josh steals the prize pool and you guys download Current and use code BEAST, you will technically make more money off this video than Susie will. And you didn't have to spend 30 days in a room. So download Current right now. There's never been a better time. I'll send you $1 right now. Download Current and I will pay you to do it. It's the best place for your paycheck.
All right, guys, we're gonna leave this box in here for a little bit of privacy while we're gone.
Bye.
All right, guys, we'll see you tomorrow.
Oh, no.
All right.
The short chain was clearly getting to them, as both of them had a lot on their mind.
I'm really trying to be patient. Suzanne, you're slow, and it pisses me off sometimes.
I am a little bit annoyed right now. Josh keeps making me do the activity he wants to do by literally picking me up and dragging me there.
This isn't very nice.
Good morning! Day 27. From 4 feet
to 3 feet.
To 3 feet.
The fact that I can't do anything in here without Josh literally hovering over me at all times is driving me crazy. Oh my God, Josh, stop that. Josh, let me out. Why are we in the kitchen?
You done?
I am now. This
I
man,
need water.
are you serious?
I just need something to drink.
So annoying.
Nice try.
Oh, I hit. That's so short. Let me tell you right now, this 2 feet is tough to deal with.
The little bump in the kitchen used to be, oh, sorry, my bad. And now it's like every single little bump makes me want to leave. I just want to get out of here.
That has nothing to do with what we were saying.
I could just leave.
Josh today randomly brought up this thing where he said, oh, I can just leave at any time. He kind of made me a little concerned that he was just going to walk out at any point.
24 hours remain! How you
Let's
doing?
go! Yay!
What's life been like with the short chain?
Pretty rough.
Yeah, sleep was awful last night.
Before we shrink down to a foot, Josh, I don't know if this is the time to tell Susie if there's something you want to bring up.
One thing in particular I had to sell.
Tell me!
Okay, so the last 8 months of us dating,
Okay.
I was saving for an engagement ring that I ended up buying, but my plan was on your family vacation, I was gonna propose under the waterfall.
Are you serious?
And we broke up before that happened.
That makes me want to cry.
When we broke up, I sold the ring and I bought a motorcycle.
Oh, I actually don't know what to say. You had an engagement ring for me?
Yeah. I'm sorry. It's okay.
Well, he got a motorcycle out of it.
I got a motorcycle out of it, exactly.
Oh my God.
This is a 1-foot chain. And lastly,
Oh, let's go.
this is exactly how much time you have left. Well, have fun.
Bye. It has been a day today. I finally found out the secret from Josh. It was that he had an engagement ring sitting there waiting for me at home. Now I know that his heart was in the right place the whole time. I do see that future with Josh again. All right, let's sleep by the money tonight, shall we? Wow, nice.
12 hours and 43 minutes. How's that make you feel?
I think overall the experience has been amazing.
I'm
I'll be
probably
sad as well.
more so dying to get out of here.
I am scared for the next 24 hours. On the lie detector, he asked me if I would take my cuff off early, and I said no. True. But I never got that true answer from him. So I have been scared the last few days that he might actually take his cuff off.
Am I gonna take my cuff off? Well, it is a lot of money. $250,000 would be more so life-changing than, say, half of that. When we broke up, for a very long time, I felt very lost and alone. I think it'd be fair for me to take the money from her.
We have the best view in the world tonight. Our countdown clock. So if we get a full 12 hours of sleep, we'll wake up with 17 minutes until Jimmy arrives.
You know what I've been thinking about?
What?
Remember, like, 3 years ago when you broke up with me?
Yes.
And we, like, didn't talk for 3 years?
Mm-hmm.
Because I could literally just take all the money and then we wouldn't talk ever again.
Bro.
I'm just saying. 3 seconds on the clock.
If Josh unchains himself before the time runs out, he wins the entire $250,000 and both the Teslas. 10 minutes left on the timer. Let's see if someone steals everything. How's it going?
Oh,
Oh God, I'm nervous. It's actually time.
Yeah. Susie, this could be your 125 grand. Josh, that could be your 125 grand. Unless one of you takes the handcuffs off. And just a reminder, this is what you said during the lie detector.
Do you believe that I hold you back in any way?
Yes. True. Would you steal the entire $250,000?
I don't think so.
I reacted a little bit to that one.
A minute and 12 seconds. This is your last chance to steal the money.
Are you going to?
It's the ultimate revenge.
Oh my gosh, is Josh playing the long game?
Stop. Are you going to?
16 seconds, you sure?
Nah, he deserves half of it.
I might deserve all of it.
Whoa! Josh!
Is there anything you'd want to say to Susie for when this video airs?
I never fully stopped loving you after we broke up, and I carried that with me everywhere I went. There was so much love left over for her in my heart that I couldn't move on and allow myself to love someone else. Can I take you on a real date when we leave?
Yeah.
This'll be easy.
Okay, it's a date.
We good?
He's messing. That looks like a guy who's messing. 3, 2, 1, time out! All right, I don't need that thing anymore. You are now free.
Oh my
How's that
gosh!
feel? Here's your $125,000. Susie, Josh, what's next for the two of you? Huh? Oh, I was not expecting that. Okay, looks like they're happy now. I hope you guys enjoyed and subscribe.
Happy to be here, bastards.
Better red and dead.
I'm feeling uncharacteristically confident. Every team needs a star player. That's me. And don't you guys forget. Get out of my way! How do you guys hit stuff from so far?
I've applied and I intend on serving a full-time 2-year mission for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Now, that might sound ridiculous, that might sound absurd. Why would you do that for 2 years? Well, let me tell you why.
I'm born and then blessed. I learned songs, rhymes, motions, all teaching me where I came from, why I'm here, where I'm going. I'm 5 years old. I learned to study a book, the most perfect book.
Priorities suck.
I learned to follow the prophet. I'm 8 and I'm getting baptized. I can sin now. I can be dirty. Repenting for those sins is now my responsibility.
Be clean. We live in a world that is filled with filth and sleaze. Cannot afford to let that poison touch
I'm
you.
now a full member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. They call us Mormons. And I start paying 10% of my income. I don't have any income, but I'm taught that any money I get, the first thing I should do is pay 10% to the Lord.
It was hard for me to give my tithing to the bishop, but it felt good to be obedient to the Lord.
I'm 12 years old and I received the priesthood.
My beloved brethren.
With this comes authority, God's authority.
Our young people are the nobility of heaven.
I get to pass the bread and water to the congregation. Girls don't have the priesthood, but they're learning other important skills. I'll marry one of them one day. If I'm worthy, once a month I get to go with other teenagers to this ornate building, the temple. Such an important building. I dress in white and get baptized in this font that sits atop 12 oxen. Not baptized for myself, but for someone else, someone who has died, but never got to hear about the restored gospel. I'm being baptized as their proxy, giving them a chance to make it to the celestial kingdom. As soon as I'm in high school, I begin waking up every morning at 5:30 to go to a church educational seminary, all before the school day actually begins. Monday nights are family home evening. Wednesday nights, all the youth get together at the church. Sundays, we meet for 3 hours. We don't work on Sundays. We don't watch movies. We don't listen to music. We're not supposed to buy anything. We do all of that on Saturday because, as I've been singing since I was 5, my weekends are spent volunteering. None of my friends are doing anything close to this in their free time. I'm different. But I'm not weird. I go to school dances, I play sports, I'm in a band, I'm the homecoming prince. At church, we're taught that we need to be social. We need to be charismatic and fun. We are ambassadors of the church. We're taught that
though we are in the world, we must not be part of it. We must not be influenced by those who would call us peculiar.
And my non-Mormon friends wonder why my family is so close, why we're always so happy, why we work so hard. I get my first job at Dairy Queen, my first paycheck. I start paying tithing. I go to Mormon youth camp during the summer. We dance and we sing, we play, we perform, and feel feelings we aren't sure are ours.
Here I go!
I graduate high school, and instead of joining a frat, I get a letter. I open it up, and it's an assignment. I'll be spending 2 years of my life volunteering on a mission to spread the gospel. They're sending me to Tijuana.
2-year mission for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Now, that might sound ridiculous, that might sound absurd. Why would you do that for 2 years? Well, let me tell you why.
Before I leave on my mission, I get inducted into the highest order of the priesthood, and I go through some pretty intense rituals in the temple. Stuff I'm not allowed to talk about. There's special clothing, special gestures, lots of promises, very serious promises. Promises of commitment, of loyalty.
Elder John. Another bolter for the fire!
Then suddenly I find myself in a small border town in the desert of northern Mexico. 2 years. I spend nearly every waking moment knocking on doors, talking to people in a language I'm getting better at every day, studying the doctrine, and spreading the most important story of all, that Joseph Smith restored God's true church in 1830. I follow a strict dress code, even when it's 110 degrees outside. There's no free time, there's no music, there's no books or movies, no vacation, no pay, no girlfriends. I write letters to my friends, and I get a phone call with my parents on Christmas and Mother's Day. All my non-Mormon friends are at college, discovering their academic interests, their sexuality, their tolerance for alcohol, while I'm discovering how hard I can push my body and mind, how good I can get at Spanish, how compelling I can make the message sound. Every day is planned down to the minute, something I still do today. The mission requires us to collect data on how many people I spoke to, how many lessons I taught, how many people I asked to be baptized. I'm trying to baptize as many people as I can. Soon I'm leading a group of 20 missionaries, encouraging them, teaching them, guiding them, training them, and I'm 20 years old. I have doubts while I'm in Mexico, but I bury them very deeply, put them on the shelf, and I build my testimony, my faith, my belief. I need to believe. I must build his kingdom.
We're here to invite people to understand the laws of God.
Get these skanks!
And I discover that I'm good at this. I sit in thousands of homes. I hear thousands of stories of difficult and beautiful lives. I meet beautiful people. I learn about the violent realities of borders. After 2 years of this intensity, I'm a different person. I return home, and 10 days later, I'm in Utah's striking Rocky Mountains on the Lord's campus, BYU. I'm surrounded by tens of thousands of other college-aged Mormons. We're not allowed to have beards or wear tank tops or drink or have sex outside of marriage, but that doesn't mean we don't have fun. At BYU, I meet my lifelong friends. The church is subsidizing the majority of my tuition. I study international relations and travel the world, and no matter where I go, the church is there, teaching the same lessons, singing the same songs, inside the same looking buildings as back home. Every 6 months, we all travel to Salt Lake City to gather with tens of thousands of members from all around the world, and we listen to our church leaders speak. We believe that they are prophets, seers, and revelators. This is broadcast to members all around the world. And one of the key messages throughout all of this training is family. Family is the most important thing. Family is eternal. I'm 21, and I'm dead set on finding a wife. Someone I can start a family with. It must be another devout Mormon who has been on this same path. And I find one. I'm engaged 10 months after returning from my mission. Izzy and I get married in the temple. We're juniors in college, and soon we're walking for graduation with a beautiful newborn baby in our arms. At this point, I'm ready. I'm trained. The church has invested so much in me, and many of us go from here to have high-paying jobs, to volunteer as leaders in the church, to be deeply devoted to running it effectively, to growing it, to faithfully paying tithing, all while living productive, industrious, family-centered lives. But I don't follow the rest of this path. And eventually I find that the answers are not there for me, and I begin to leave. And since then, I've been trying to understand it, to understand how the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints created this, created me. A part of that processing has taken place here on this channel, where I've tried to grasp the context and history of the church. And now, in this third and final chapter, I'm going to show you the last part of the story. How the church went from radical, rebel, polygamist movement who fought with the US government to this clean-cut, all-American, increasingly global church that we know today. How it has produced such deeply devoted members, and how in the process, they became the richest church on earth. So, you've just watched my whole life story. Kind of surreal. Before we go on, I need to thank today's sponsor. Thank you, Incogni, for sponsoring today's video. Incogni is a longtime supporter of our channel, and it's a very useful service that I actually use. So we live in a world where your information is a valuable commodity. Your birthday, your address, your web browser history is actually really valuable. So there's a whole industry of data brokers who buy and sell that information to companies that want to market to you, that want to put your information on people's search sites or sell it to insurance companies. And for a lot of us, that doesn't feel great, especially because we never feel like we ever gave them permission. Luckily, we have rights to get our names off of these lists, but it's a very long and cumbersome process, and that's what Incogni is. I signed up for Incogni, and I gave them permission to act on my behalf, to go out and start making these requests, hundreds of requests on my behalf to be taken off of these lists. It's a long process. You have to be persistent, something I don't have time to ever do. But Incogni does it quietly in the background, and I just get to check in every once in a while on this nice looking dashboard to see how many requests they've made and how many have been successful, how many lists my data has been scrubbed off of. It's a very satisfying thing, and it has changed my world from robocalls to junk mail to all of this stuff that has quieted down because I have Incogni working on my behalf. Big fan of their service, grateful that they exist and that they support this channel. Oh, and they just released this new thing where you can actually ask them to go after specific sites that have your data that may not be in data broker lists, but they are advanced removal services that sort of cover all the bases. There's a link in my description, incogni.com/JohnnyHarris, and click the link. It helps support the channel, and it also gets you a huge discount, 60% off the unlimited plan, which gets you access to all these features and has Incogni working for you month after month. Again, that's incogni.com/JohnnyHarris. Thank you, Incogni, for supporting our journalism, and with that, let's dive into this very interesting and very personal story of the modern Mormon Church. So we already went into depth about how the Mormons were driven out of the United States. They took refuge in the high desert, where they built their own religious government and kingdom away from the American government. What would become Utah, Idaho, and Arizona. They practiced polygamy. They were rebels. And eventually the US government cracked down, almost ended them. And under intense pressure, they gave in. They gave up polygamy. A lot of members didn't want to give this up. They resisted. Some of them split off entirely. A prophet had told them that this was the right thing to do, so they left the mainstream church and started a version of their own.
You get a real division then between the mainstream church and the fundamentalist polygamist offshoots. And so that's one of the real ways in which they're really trying to distance themselves from that earlier past.
That's Taylor Petrie. He's a Harvard-trained theologian and an expert on Mormon history and theology. He's a practicing member of the church, and between interviews with him and others, and a lot of primary source research, I'll try to give you my understanding of what happens next.
The church undergoes what scholars call hyper-Americanization, and it's this effort to sort of assimilate into the broader American ideals of the time.
The Mormons go to great lengths in the early 1900s to rebrand, to distance themselves from their old legacy of polygamous rebels.
I think a sincere effort to be a part of the broader world. And the church sort of looked at its 19th century in some respects as a failure, precisely because it had been alienated from the broader society in which it lived. And at the same time, I think that it's a way for the church to demonstrate that it is a good church and that it does belong, because they have that sort of chip on their shoulder.
And they don't just assimilate, they actually kind of overcompensate to become more American than most Americans. They lean hard into the American ideal of the nuclear family, the opposite of polygamy. They encourage family night for all of their members. During Prohibition, when it was illegal to sell alcohol here in the United States, the Mormons jump on board. The leader of the church starts to strictly enforce the rules against alcohol, coffee, tea, and smoking. Tens of thousands of Mormons go fight in World War I. They donate money to the war effort.
In the 1880s, they commemorate the 4th of July with a funeral because they mark it as the death of actual democracy and liberties in America due to the anti-polygamy prosecution. And then in the early 1900s, they're actually celebrating America's founding. They're embracing these patriotic myths. The General Conference addresses are praising America. They're emphasizing their patriotic bona fides.
Well, in part, the church is interested in its own success, and part of the way that it can do that is by imitating their neighbors, but not only imitating them, trying to do it even better.
This is working. The Mormons are rebranding, they're becoming more mainstream, they're like serving as lawmakers, but very quickly, by like the 1930s, this assimilation effort creates a problem, a pretty existential problem that strikes at the very heart of the Mormon belief system. Remember the founder Joseph Smith? Remember how he claimed that he had translated a new book of scripture from ancient records, just like the Bible, but here in the Americas? He claimed that the Book of Mormon was the record of a lost American civilization. It had specific names and battles and languages and technologies, and because it was so literal and specific, it made itself verifiable. It's either true or it's not, but you also made it vulnerable to science. Archaeology and geology and linguistics and anthropology are progressing, and those who look at Joseph's translations and claims see them as a fantasy, as an invention of Smith himself. And soon it wasn't just non-believers. The dissent was coming from within. Brigham Young University, that's where I went to college. It was a university that started out as kind of like a religious school for Mormons. But as a part of this big Mormon rebrand, they were trying to make BYU a legit accredited academic university. The Harvard of the West is one president of BYU's exact language of how they were trying to make BYU legitimate.
They start trying to act like other universities. They finally get accreditation. They start hiring people with PhDs. They give their faculty research funds.
Even some of the church leaders and official historians do analyses of the Book of Mormon and sorrowfully conclude that the evidence points to Joseph Smith as having created all this himself. If you're someone who hasn't grown up in the church, I don't know how big of a deal this is going to sound to you, but it is a huge deal. In the beginning of the Book of Mormon, which I have a copy actually, let me grab. Here in the very introduction, the first page of the Book of Mormon, Joseph Smith says that it is the most correct book of any book on earth, and that it is the keystone of our religion. Keystone, what's a keystone? A keystone is this, the thing that holds an arch together. The idea is that if this book is not a literal record of Jews who came to America in 600 BC, if Joseph Smith made it up, then this whole thing falls apart. All of the claims fall apart. You must understand how important this book is to the modern Mormon church if we're going to continue the story. And this keystone idea really explains what happens next. So here we are in the 1930s on the BYU campus, and that history, the veracity of this book, the Keystone, is being questioned and challenged by science and modern thought. PhDs and intellectuals diluting and reinterpreting the core evidence of the church's veracity. Now remember, the church leaders were trying to modernize and assimilate the Mormon church away from its polygamous past, but this was going too far, and it was having an effect on the devotion of the members. BYU students were getting really lax. Their beliefs were becoming symbolic. They weren't going to church as much. They weren't paying their tithing. Up in Salt Lake City, they are concerned. This willingness to reinterpret traditional Mormon beliefs in light of new scientific and historical learnings. This stuff, according to the leaders, would, quote, strike at the heart of our LDS teachings. And Joseph Fielding Smith, one of the leaders who would become prophet someday, says it most plainly and accurately, I believe, which is, if such views become dominant in the church, then we may as well close up shop and say to the world that Mormonism is a failure. And I think he's right. This was existential. If this modernizing of Mormon doctrine had continued, then the church could have ended up as a much less literal faith. It could have still been a Christian church, but with a much more symbolic interpretation of Joseph Smith seeing God, what the Book of Mormon actually is. And that would have been a much less compelling message. Once you take away the keystone, the thing falls apart. They would still have their central claim that Jesus Christ is the savior of the world, but every Christian church has that. That's not special. Devotion to the message, the thing that drove people across the ocean and across the plains to sacrifice their lives and everything they had for the building of the kingdom on earth, relied on the veracity of the Book of Mormon and the claims that Joseph Smith actually saw God, and that he was chosen by God to create the one true church and prepare the world for the second coming.
You see the real legitimate struggle among Mormons about which direction they're going to go. Many of the intellectuals and many of the lay membership is sort of shifting in the modernist direction, and some of the leadership as well. And at the same time, you have other leaders who are nervous about that, who are wanting to kind of fight to hold on to some of those earlier values, fundamentalist, conservative Christians.
So, the church leaders needed some kind of stability, some kind of control. They needed to re-spark the fervor that the church was founded on. They needed to fortify their keystone. So, one of the top Mormon leaders at the time heads south towards Provo. He's going to go save the church. Here he is talking to all of the leaders and faculty at BYU. He tells them explicitly that they are to teach the scriptures and the words of church leaders, not to promote their private interpretations of church beliefs. He emphasizes a literal reading of the Bible and the Book of Mormon. He emphasizes obedience and certainty, telling these professors that they, quote, are to stand as watchmen upon the towers of Zion, and that they will be held accountable if they don't. The message was clear. There is one truth. It is very clearly articulated by the leaders, who are the prophets, seers, and revelators, and that they are not to stray from that. Now, a quick reminder that the church wasn't like this before. Joseph Smith founded a church that was full of debate and contradiction and interpretation and symbolism. I mean, in the early days, there were star systems where God lived. Some of the leaders said that the Holy Spirit was made up of physical but intelligent atoms. God certainly had many wives, and men and women who are sealed by the priesthood can one day become gods themselves. And there were tons of gods, more gods than the particles contained in a million Earths. Women were experimenting with rituals and
Take off your
Totally fine.
What's going on, guys? Killer 6 back with another legendary item guide for you, and today we're going to farm Mimicron. Now we're going to start from right here on the map, which is Wyclif's Reprieve, and we're going to go through a door that is right here. Now I've turned all the icons off on the map so that you guys won't have spoilers, because I know you guys hate that, and if I don't turn the icons off, then there's things on here that you would probably be mad about seeing. So what we need to do first is have defeated Biomutant, and then we're going to unlock this safe house right here. Again, this is called Wyclif's Reprieve. And what we do is we go out this back door, we jump off of this patio, and then we go flying over here. I'm pretty sure they call that a patio. Yeah, look, those guys, they're hanging on the patio. You know how they love that. And then if you don't have the extended flight from doing all the vaults, then you want to hop on your bike. Here's the door to go to Mimicron. In order to open this door the first time, you're actually going to need to go into this room up here. You can see how there's a floor that is open right there. But what you do is you go around this way, and then you have to go back here and go through this fan, and then there's a door over here on your right. When you go in here, you're going to be able to get yourself one of those bio bulkhead things that you toss at them, which I don't think they're in here anymore after you do the mission. Could be wrong on that. Yeah, no, I don't see them anymore. So yeah, you would pick one of those things up, you would drop down, and then all you had to do is just throw it at the door to open the door up. Once you have this door open, it's a pretty simple, straightforward path to get in here. There's only a couple of spots that are going to be confusing, like first room, you have a right option and a left option. Just think red means no. Don't go that way. Instead, go this way. You're going to go through these doors, following the path that I take right here. In this room, you just go straight forward through this door. You don't have to fight these guys if you've already done this event once, but if you are here for the first time, then obviously you do need to fight these guys. In this room, you're going to continue straight, and then there's going to be another room that looks just like this one in just a moment, and on that room, you're going to go right. So that's going to be this room right here coming up, and you'll know this room because there's like this ramp right here. Clear these enemies, and you'll be able to go through this door here. Now you get to this, and there's an elevator. You have to jump up, and then there's going to be another room that looks down, and then all you have to do is just throw it at the door to open the door up. Once you have this door open, it's a pretty simple, straightforward path to get in here. There's only a couple of spots that are going to be confusing, like first room, you have a right option and a left option. Just think red means no. Don't go that way. Instead, go this way. You're going to go through these doors, following the path that I take right here. In this room, you just go straight forward through this door. You don't have to fight these guys if you've already done this event once, but if you are here for your first time, then obviously you do need to fight these guys. In this room, you're going to continue straight, and then there's going to be another room first time, then obviously you do need to fight. You don't have to fight these guys if you've already done this event once, but if you are here for your first time, then obviously you do need to fight these guys. In this room, you're going to continue straight, and then there's going to be another room that looks just like this one in just a moment, and on that room, you're going to go right. So that's going to be this room right here coming up. You'll know this room because there's like this ramp right here. Clear these enemies, and you'll be able to go through this door here. Now you get to this, and there's an elevator. You have to jump up here, climb on this wall, jump off the wall, float over here, grab this wall, and then climb up. At that point, you are at the boss. Jump over this counter, and there we are. And the first time you fight this guy, you won't have the Moxie respawn machine, but every time after that, you will. So make sure you have your ammo, grab your stuff, and it's time to go in here and take on Mimicron. So Mimicron is weak to shock and corrosion. Shock on the first phase, corrosion on the second phase. Let's see if we get one on the first run here. Fingers crossed. I have not had much luck on these farming guides getting one in the first run. And oh wow, not only did we get on the first run, we got 2 of his drops on the first run. So this is proof for all of you guys out there who are like wondering if he can drop all of his drops at one time. He can, and we got 2 out of his 3 drops in this first run. So we got the Mad Lad SMG and we got the UAV ordnance. All right, up first we have the Mad Lad. Now this is a SMG that is manufactured by Daedalus. Gold text says homemade ingenuity. Believe that this gun and its text are a reference to a gun YouTuber. I don't know specifically who, but if you know, leave a comment below. Don't put a link to the channel because the YouTube will just automatically remove that anyhow. Gold text says homemade ingenuity overheats quickly but also cools down quickly. And then the red text says I've got a Luddy. As you can see, this gun has a very boring just gray gunmetal kind of skin. It does reflect light a little bit, but it's pretty boring to look at. Stats on this one are 579 damage, 74% accuracy, 4.1 reload. Fire rate is 22 shots per second, which is insane, but then it's 34 shots to overheat, which is also insane. That reload time being 4.1 seconds, yeah, you're gonna notice that it's bad. It's very bad. All right, so as you can see, fire rate insane, reload abysmal. You will die during that reload quite frequently, unfortunately, but that fire rate is nuts. And if you have anything that boosts your fire rate or gives you ammo regen, like on my Rafa, I could totally just spec into while overdrive is active, I'd have ammo regen, and I would just be able to shoot this thing like the Tizzy from Borderlands 3 and just have like almost basically non-stop ammo as long as my action skill was going. And with my Rafa build, I could probably keep my action skill going for quite some time. So as you can see, it's a pretty decent gun. It does kick a bit. Here's with me not doing any kind of aim control at all. This is how it kicks. So as you see, you start shooting at the moon pretty quickly afterward. So good gun, marred very heavily by that reload, but if you have ways that you can mitigate the reload speed, or if you can just, regenerate ammo, this could be a really fun gun. Up next, we have the UAV. This is a grenade ordnance manufactured by Tedior. The gold text says death from above. I'm pretty sure this is just a straight Call of Duty reference. I could be wrong about that. I really like the skin on this thing. It's like a rainbowy color. And the red text says eyes in the sky. It has a 12-second cooldown. Damage is really wild at 12,992. That's one of the highest damage grenades that I've seen. The radius is 650, and this thing has 3 charges. Now you can see the other perks that I got on mine expressed. So I get the grenade cooldown reduced by 21% and overflow maximum grenade charge is increased by 1. Mine is also cryo. So let's test this thing out, see how it feels. So as you see, this basically just sets these things up on the ground, and then it will fight these guys if you've already done this event once, but if you are here for your first time, then obviously you do need to fight these guys. In this room, you're going to continue straight, and then there's going to be another room that looks just like this one in just a moment, and on that room you're going to go right. So that's going to be this room right here coming up, and you'll know this room because there's like this ramp right here. Clear these enemies and you'll be able to go through this door here. Now you get to this, and there's an elevator. You have to jump up here, climb on this wall, then jump off the wall, float over here, grab this wall, and then climb up. At that point, you are at the boss. You jump over this counter, and there we are. And the first time you fight this guy, you won't have the Moxie respawn machine, but every time after that, you will. So make sure you have your ammo, grab your stuff, and it's time to go in here and take on Mimicron. So Mimicron is weak to shock and corrosion. Shock on the first phase, corrosion on the second phase. We're gonna see if we get one on the first run here. Fingers crossed. I have not had much luck on these farming guides getting one on the first run. And oh wow, not only did we get on the first run, we got 2 of his drops on the first run. So this is proof for all of you guys out there who are like wondering if he can drop all of his drops at one time. He can, and we got 2 out of his 3 drops on this first run. So we got the Mad Lad SMG and we got the UAV ordnance. All right, up first we have the Mad Lad. Now this is a SMG that is manufactured by Daedalus. Gold text says homemade ingenuity. Believe that this gun and its text are a reference to a gun YouTuber. I don't know specifically who, but if you know, leave a comment below. Don't put a link to the channel because the YouTube will just automatically remove that anyhow. Gold text says homemade ingenuity overheats quickly but also cools down quickly. And then the red text says I've got a Luddy. As you can see, this gun has a very boring just gray gunmetal kind of skin. It does reflect light a little bit, but it's pretty boring to look at. Stats on this one are 579 damage, 74% accuracy, 4.1 reload. Fire rate is 22 shots per second, which is insane, but then it's 34 shots to overheat, which is also insane. That reload time being 4.1 seconds, yeah, you're gonna notice that. It's bad. It's very bad. All right, so as you can see, fire rate insane, reload abysmal. You will die during that reload quite frequently, unfortunately, but that fire rate is nuts. And if you have anything that boosts your fire rate or gives you ammo regen, like on my Rafa, I could totally just spec into while overdrive is active, I'd have ammo regen, and I would just be able to shoot this thing like the Tizzy from Borderlands 3 and just have like almost basically non-stop ammo as long as my action skill was going. And with my Rafa build, I could probably keep my action skill going for quite some time. So as you can see, it's a pretty decent gun. It does kick a bit. Here's with me not doing any kind of aim control at all. This is how it kicks. As you can see, you start shooting at the moon pretty quickly after it. So good gun, marred very heavily by that reload, but if you have ways that you can mitigate the reload speed, or if you can just, you know, regenerate ammo, this could be a really fun gun. Up next, we have the UAV. This is a grenade ordnance manufactured by Tedior. The gold text says death from above. I'm pretty sure this is just a straight Call of Duty reference. I could be wrong about that. I really like the skin on this thing. It's like a rainbowy color. And the red text says eyes in the sky. It has a 12-second cooldown. Damage is really wild at 12,992. That's one of the highest damage grenades that I've seen. The radius is 650, and this thing has 3 charges. Now you can see the other perks that I got on mine. Express, so I get the grenade cooldown reduced by 21%, and overflow maximum grenade charge is increased by 1. Mine is also cryo. So let's test this thing out, see how it feels. So as you can see, this basically just sets these things up on the ground, and then it will do some damage to them if they're in the proximity. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but the UAVs will fly around after they go up. There it goes right there, and then it flies in. I was hoping to like actually see one in action here, but these guys are bum rushing me pretty hard. All right, so let's see. Yep, there you go. You can see the UAV flying in now, aiming at what looks to be nobody. So not the most helpful thing that we could have gotten out of that one right there. So use this on the boss here. Let's see how that goes. There goes the UAVs. They're not even hitting him. That's great. Very helpful. So the UAV it's an interesting one. I'm trying to think of like a situation where I'd be like, yeah, this is a really good option, but I can't imagine a situation where that's the case. Unfortunately, it does do decent damage, but you know, it's like a delayed thing, and you have to wait for the drones to fly in and do the damage. So it's basically marking an area of the map, then the drones come in and then they do the damage. Essentially, that's how that works. So do I recommend it? Not generally, but it could be fun, and it depends on your build too. Like most of these things, it depends on your build. Up next, we got the complex route. This is the one that you guys came here for most likely. This thing is returning from Borderlands 3, where it was an absolute powerhouse. The stats on this one are 2,152 damage, accuracy 89%, reload time 2.2 seconds, fire rate 1.2 seconds, and the ammo count on mine is 13. You see that this does get the crit damage bonus because it's a sniper, and then it also has splash on it as well. Now it's Malawan, so it's always always going to have 2 elemental perks. Mine got shock and cryo. Yours could have, you know, corrosion and cryo, or, you know, fire and radiation. It's always different. Gold Tech says Sierpinski spawns additional diverging projectiles along its path, and you'll know it when you see it. Now this one also has the manufacture part on there, which just tells you that it switches between the 2 things. And then the red text says it's the nucleus of